confirms gap is closed.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody.
How do they handle this?
Welcome.
Not well. Serato and Yuri collapse to the spray of DGT. One back from Molodoi is a big one.
2v2. Fallen's out.
Cheeky underneath him. Trades easy. Luchov in the clutch in the 1v1. Molodoi last seen main, and he's actually anticipated this exact move. Read him like a book.
Welcome to the Go stream. We've got some CS going on again. I'm a little late, unfortunately. Things was in the way, so we couldn't do it. But now we have it.
Does make things a lot easier for DGT. There's no real room for them to stand.
There you go, perfect.
Molodoi trying to keep up the intensity, just assumes the plant's going to come through. There's still money for Furia as well.
Just bring that bad boy over there. Okay, perfect. There we go. We've got everything up and running. Everything seems nice and smooth.
To help outside if there is a smoke wall. It's in the air right now.
How's everybody doing today? Hope everything's lucky. Hope it's good. Hope it's nice.
He's got the nade break.
Currently got Video versus 9Z. Oh, what a...
One even putting bullets into Wasso. P puts him onto 49 as they will Scarper across. Oh, more damage onto Wasso.
Good damage. Look at that. It's back down to 6.
It's 3.5 men.
Well, they're much quicker than Molodoi anticipates.
Yeah, you're right.
Much quicker.
Yeah, he's already in the blind spot. It's an easy pickup for DGT. A bit of a misplay from Molodoi. Fallen. Spotted. Drops in.
Oh, what a drop.
Kamikaze.
Fallen's going... Oh, some more headshots. 9Z is up for the fight. Get the plant down. You're in the lead. Because you have 3 people, but you don't have the health. So it's single taps. Oh, that should have been a headshot. 6 health.
Is 6 HP, 1v2, really realistic. They have overlooked the possibility. Serato's looking elsewhere, and that was the healthy member. Huaso's got one step.
Backside plant, just sit it.
Oh, he wouldn't dare.
No kit.
He wouldn't dare. No kit. Oh, and just enough time.
He's
no,
good job.
This is going to be close.
I'm not sure. Is it a comeback?
Is he making it?
Or is it 12?
Oh, that's milliseconds. That is clip worthy. Oh my goodness. That's basically the ball's already in the air and the buzzer goes off. Good job. Smart going to pick up the kit, because that's basically the entire process took about 3 seconds and it had milliseconds left, so good job, well done. Doing some parkour. Video on match point.
Smoke walls are up as it stands. There's a couple of HE breaks. You can hear him on yard. No one's made it across though.
No, it's the upper semi-finals for Group D. Like, who's going to go through?
It's extremely difficult to see how they meant to whir into this. Limited space.
Molodoi susceptible to the pre-aim of Max here. Ooh, does very well. Finds himself the headshot. Serato.
Oh, good job sitting in the corner.
9Z, counting on these 3.
One and done.
They want to see another round of play. Yuri, a bit of a contingency here. You can see him hiding up towards Mustang. This is powerful.
It is a good spot. Will it be overlooked? Most likely.
Backside. Gets the jump spot onto Mayan as well. So now that's going to bait them in perfectly.
Yeah, that's a good. It is good for a one and done.
DGT disagree.
But would they expect one from top and bottom? He's drawing the attention. Oh, there we go. Good job. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's like a single.
Respect the flames. Strafes away. 1 HP versus 14. Playoffs at stake.
There's more health in a coma patient than these 2 guys. Oh, that's looking away at the wrong moment. Good job. Let me go get my food.
was
Get that
over
back.
series for K Serato. A standout performance in the last two maps, but that'll secure it for Furia.
Yeah, Fury, go ahead and lock it in right there, and that is the step forward that they were looking to take against 9Z when they loaded it.
Let's open up the old B stream. Take that bad boy away. Let me go. What do we have here? Got Aurora fighting versus GLHF. No idea how to pronounce that. Apologies if I butcher that. It is currently 0-0 on the maps, but we have 9-4 for Aurora. But yeah, I'll be right back. Just quickly going to get some food. Yay, good job. So, of course, Aurora was Eternal Fire a while ago. I should probably unmute this. Right, there we go.
That was a solid hold there. Obviously, Synopsy finding, what, a triple out of that one? So, off the back of some dire individual performances right now, 3-round lead. I mean, it is still a 3-round lead for Aurora, but denying bomb plant, denying kills, we're looking at a T-side economy that's struggling to get started early, which is the exact kind of position you want to be in if you're GG How. You want to hold them back a little, make sure Woxic sure as hell can't have that op early on, because that will be one of the key factors of a loss for you.
Yeah, and everyone stalled out.
Yeah, problem is, you only have a couple of good rounds for the CTs, well, for the Ts, and then the CTs are quickly broken. In general, CTs broken quicker than T, if I'm not mistaken.
And don't forget to clear your corners.
Yeah, especially on a map like this. That's the hard part. So many places to clear.
Doors and corners, boys. If the expanse taught us anything, that's how they get ya.
We do have to clean things up.
Doors and corners.
Before this one starts running away, you do have a lead, but for how much longer? The Tech 9s, the armor is out. And obviously, Jimmy on the saved rifle. Gonna try and have to make a play here towards mid with, again, Wakadia lurking his way around towards apps once more.
It's all about the techies. 4 techies in a Galil. Take rush. Oh, at least 1. 2. Good job.
For two, Antares, one of the most precarious positions
Ho
you could be
ho.
in. Gadia too clean with it. And all of a sudden, the favor lies
That's already a save, is it not? No, they all split up.
Dawsonito doesn't spot anything out. Wakadia suspicious of a rotation.
Are they going to miss each other?
He crossed, however.
Like Shepard in Light?
He's gonna walk straight
With a knife.
Stop planning. Enough time to pull the barrel of the op out. Around the corner.
Oh, what a flick.
The micro adjustment just enough to rip a head off, and now Sausalito up in the catwalk. The bomb's still not planted. Digits do get punched in now. A good post plant from Zantares, completely not needed. As Woxic
Knocked over.
very aware of the rotation coming in.
I mean, Synopsy had the read on it too. He was in such a good position, and obviously trying to clear out walks once he has that scavenge op is hard to do.
One of the most difficult things you can do is dancing around a pillar.
drive by.
You don't know what side someone's going to come from. It's just going to be a matter of who's holding the right spot at the right time, you know?
It is. It's a coin flip scenario, and at that point, Aurora won. They did hit double digits, now 10-6. It will be a full buy for both sides, but GG Howe lacking the utility. Zantares opens up a nice little headshot there. Bibu plays a little aggressive towards
Trying to take under. Oh, that's 2 down. That makes the defense a little harder.
Hands of Kixon. Kixon and Zantares doing good work in the beginning stages of this round. Sausalito a bit curious towards Cat. Very curious towards Cat.
He sees the utility going out. Oh, he did see. Oh, what a flick. Now they have to watch for a flank. Because he's got the bomb.
Such powerful information, such powerful positioning. Until getting a little
Why did he push that?
Jimmy to completely execute him. And although they chose to waste time to reclaim the bomb, make sure everything's all clear.
There's enough time for them to do it.
Should be in a comfortable enough
It's 40 odd
position.
seconds.
Not really get to sweat much.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You only have 2, so how many corners do you cover?
Into the connector. Op of Mini.
But they are separated if they go through middle. Oh.
Salas. Molotov.
But at least that Molly says they know where they're going.
No, now. Does Mini get cleared out? Does Mini hit his shot? It misses.
What?
He's forced back by Flames.
That's a save.
Into the smoke, not able to land anything, not even enough bullets to try. It's answered by the other side.
That is unfortunate.
And there's no way you go for this. A save comes in once more. Aurora knocking on map 1's door.
No, but leaving middle open exposes yourself to... Yes, you've got the crossfire perhaps, but it exposes you to not being able to trade.
I mean, if you got one there in that scenario, it at least leaves it in a free.
On the scoreboard, Mini is struggling a bit. 4 for 11 after 17 rounds.
Maybe, just maybe, in some form or fashion that helps him maybe mentally.
You've only got Zantares on the other side in single digits.
Maybe just like something.
On GG's side, you've got 2 Osamas and Mini.
11-6 games, and if you were Mini, it might just be a little too late. I mean, not even necessarily just Mini, but GG Howe as a whole. I mean, you just have Sausalito, he's 13-12, and Bibu at 12-13. Everyone else is well below that mark of even close to being breaking
Okay, so I was right. GG Ho. Okay.
Well, the final timeout will come in for GG Howe. And one last chance to try to make a stance, although the stance is going to be frail. Not perfect all around. A good start to the round. Zantares more than ready for the aggression. And credit to Sausalito, a huge play that really opened up.
So already advancing to the playoffs, a couple of spoilers, so close your ears if you don't want to hear. We've got Navi already going to the playoffs. We've got Furia
I think he can think of is he saw, you know, obviously
already going there.
jumping up towards those boxes. Maybe he was thinking he was kind of off on his lonesome, maybe lurking, and it was more of him trying to make a move somewhere else. But
Game of Legion's gone, G to Esports is gone. So this is the lower semi-final. Whoever wins here, well, it's basically the cider matches. Whoever wins here qualifies, and then the other match we're going to watch is Big versus Team Spirit. That's a big one, couple of big fights. Whoever wins there advances. So that's a bit dangerous.
Everyone stuck behind smoke. So Mac-10 finds the first victim. Synopsy close. Famas could catch a player off guard, but instead, SMG still reigns supreme.
Super mega gun.
Approaches, but
Boxy's causing too much damage.
GLHF was able to get, it's just an immediate trade from Aurora, and that happened in almost every single round this game.
Do you save him play for overtime? There's not much more you can do, right? Oh.
That's the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Maybe one more. Bibo last up, and maybe he falls victim to this Mac-10 too. He does, actually.
Oh, wow.
Dixon with a quad in the round, and now we are on to...
That's farming money.
Points. And this is a pretty strong showing.
I feel like this is the showing that Aurora needs.
How much money is that? That's 1 kill, 2 kills.
As we said multiple times.
Chimes in. That's 4 kills with the SMG. How much money does he have? Yes. And they saved the AWP so they don't have to rebuy the AWP. Oh, that's a lot of money.
Win where you win.
Yes, you need to win when you're supposed to win.
And for a match point, that is a pitiful buy.
GG House still a chance to fight back. It is only a 6-round difference, but the weaponry doesn't make you too confident about it.
They were hoping for to go through Palace area.
Just creeps up. Zantares finds
Oh, that's cleaning up.
It might be all she wrote here on Barrage.
I pointed out that they dropped the bomb, but yeah, he literally said to me like, they don't need it. But you're right.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Right. They took 1 point of damage in that whole execute. 1 point. Donnie, that is an impressive shot.
Wow, that is a slacking on the last map. They've spent their powder.
So impressive. I had to sprint my way right back here. I started walking. I was taking a nice leisurely time, and those last couple of rounds caught me off guard. Look,
that is quite unfortunate. Emphatic win at the end there by Aurora.
Exactly what we expected, to be quite frank, and they delivered.
Yeah, we were just talking about that towards the end of the game. Aurora's in a situation where they need to get the confident wins on paper where they're supposed to get the confident wins. And in this situation, that's the exact matchup you have. You have a Aurora roster that should be looking forward at this GG roster saying, we are the better team, we need to come here, we need to win our way, and they got it done.
They got it done.
But it's at least only the first map.
Individuals looking sharp, team play looking sharp. Some moments, I think, for GG How. I mean, I'm thinking about that Sausalito walk up, dagger through middle. That was pretty neat. A lot of those moments. But
we hope they can do better in the second map
it did just look like
and not get demoralized with this.
Yeah, I mean, the rounds that we saw GG How actually win and start getting some momentum really based off of, the sole fact that they won both opening pistols, which is, a big matchup for them to win, but the full capitalization wasn't there after that at that point.
And let's
look at that, that's 3 single digits. That's not the way you have to fight. It's not going to win you anything. Got Synopsy, Osamas, and Mini all running on such low... Oi.
I mean, as you mentioned, Sausalito, some very good moments throughout that. Synopsy also having...
so unfortunate.
That were impactful in the moment, but the question of if Mini and Osamas were ever able to get online didn't come to fruition. Osamas very much so struggling in a lot of range fights, especially in mid, trying to get the sprays down. Mini, even though the op wasn't always in his hand, when it was, very, very hit or miss. And
oh, that was nice. Din-dins were good.
Kind of just say, all right, loss happened.
Oh, Hamas was cleaning up.
We need to have a different mindset going into it and just try to complete the underdog story that they already started.
I mean, look, I think...
yeah, they have to wake up on the next one.
Entering the inevitable reality of this right now.
It felt like they gave up
as exciting as it is for them that they
at the end of the previous map.
Qualifier, that they won their opening BO1 against Spirit. Crazy. Give them all their laurels. But this is not a team with the depth to ordinarily be competing at this level against this caliber of teams, right? This is a huge jump for them. And it was
that's true. But hey, experience is experience, right? They can say they were there, they were at the dance.
The window is closing here on GG How.
It's pretty much closed at this point, I think. I mean,
hey, the window might be closed, but there might be Linux users. Who knows? Maybe they don't care about windows. Maybe they go through the door.
I think he ended with maybe 5 or 6 kills.
Maybe they find a cubby and go through a cubby.
Against this kind of caliber of team, you need to be the one to step up and maybe challenge at the very least or help get an opening pick. Instead, it was kind of him falling to the wayside early on.
And in all honesty, 13-6 game after winning both pistols, it kind of
Good shots.
feels a lot worse than even a normal 13-6 would, because you had the opportunity early on to try to take advantage. The first pistol round, you lost the immediate round afterwards from a force buy from Aurora. And then there was a conversion in the second half, but that conversion really led to nothing.
One of the things I'm really curious about, and we're going to get into it when we get into the next map, is what does Anubis look like for this Aurora? It was the decider in the M80 game. They didn't need it. So we haven't seen it here at the Esports World Cup yet. And obviously, the previous Aurora was one of the best Anubis teams in the world. They loved that map, especially in earlier iterations of it, just dominant. It was a stalwart of a lot of different Aurora playoff runs, big campaigns. So I'm very curious to see what the Kixan-led Aurora looks like on Anubis, and if that strong form just carries through. Now, I'll be honest, I think even if they've taken a step back on the map, it is still going to be a very tough test for GLHF to triumph. But I am actually just very curious to see if there's any radical shifts to the approach of what Aurora wants to do here.
Part of me would almost hope that it's a bit of a plug and play almost, at least for the current time being, until the full system of Kixin and Ash is able to just fully get implemented. It is going to be different, especially on that T side with the calling. That's going to be the biggest thing of how that change approaches. But especially on the CT side, hopefully you just have Jimmy hunker down some sites. For the most part, just play it how you would in the previous iteration, as long as the players are comfortable. And yeah, I think Aurora, even if they do take a step back, they're more than fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is the end of this day. What you're going to need for GLHF, let's paint the picture. Let's say this is how it happens. Everybody turns into the absolute greatest version of themselves, pound for pound, as a player that you can do. Firepower-wise, that's what you need. Second,
Yeah, but you can't.
B game is not going
You
to
can't go on that.
Everybody needs to be hitting their A game, and you need to hope Aurora stub their toes on the way back to the stage. Kixen, those are nice numbers. I mean, really, we could have picked anybody over the other Aurora side, and it would have been just fine. So yeah, I think you're hoping that somebody maybe like bangs their mouse hand in the door, walking into a green room or something. Maybe,
Worst case scenario for them, right?
Trips. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't see the window for GLHF.
No, I don't think at any point there is a window or even access into this map either. I mean, I feel like we're going to see pretty much a reciprocation of what we've just seen at this point. 13-6 on the good end here, if they can win these opening pistols, which I can't imagine at any point Aurora go 0 for 4 in opening pistols. Maybe there's
Hey, who knows? Over 4 they
Now
might.
that we've said this,
Nothing's impossible.
I cannot wait to be back here ready for map number 3, because GLHF are going to be the greatest team since sliced bread, and Aurora, reminder, finalists of last year's Esports World Cup, will turn into a pumpkin. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but we've done it. We've done it as a desk, so surely that's what comes next. We'll be into that map after this break.
We'll be into that map after this break. Congratulations. That's some good dubstep coming out here, huh? Just waiting patiently for the next map to start. We've got... I do want to check the Spirit map. So we'll... well, it's sort of going to start at the same time. 8 minutes and 9 minutes 30. So, yeah, we'll just wait a bit. But while we wait, might as well, let's quickly head on over to the scoreboard so we can see who's exactly advanced. Please hold. Your time is important to us. Please hold. Okay, let's go to the game page. There we go. Let's go to the schedule. Becoming big, Jaja, Rona, yeah. Okay, so for today, we have the big and Team Spirit game. Let's just go here. Easier. So match-wise, tomorrow all the matches start again, so that's fine. But today we have second map for this one, and then we have Spirit and Big afterwards, which is going to be a good fight. Big's got a couple of people in there. I'm curious to see how BlameF's going to handle that part. Should be interesting. And then tomorrow we've got a jam-packed day. Legacy MIBR, we've got Stralas and Nip. That's an old school matchup by organization, not necessarily by teams. Mouse and Paravision, Vitality and Linvision. I wonder what Vitality is, of course, the favorites there by a long shot, if you just look at the odds there. But will Vitality have another stumbling block? Magic 9Z, because when they go Mongols and Pain. Should be interesting. This is to get all the other qualifiers, because whoever wins here qualifies. And then next week we have the exciting playoffs. So exciting times next week. Exciting times next week. Just have to wait and see. Unfortunately, we just have to wait, because we've got the other stream also on 6.5 minutes. So we have to hurry up and wait on this one. What we can do is we can always jump back in the action and just look at a bit of highlights, you know?
Into the tunnels, it's going to send the nade on in as well. Don't get a lot of damage on top.
That seems to be the winning moment as well.
Attempted B hit and closing it if AW can win this 1v2.
Oh, there we go. That's a good fight back.
And Kersey getting themselves 3 kills between each other and a re-smoke down to the doorway. But this is a very winnable round for AW. Flash, he's got a molly, a kit, and all of his health. Incredibly low.
Bomb has been planted.
Edging out. First death is there. Now Maka is up next. He's got the utility, but he missed it. He misses the utility. And so Maka is able to stand in position. Is that going to cost AW? Because now he's worried about getting pushed through the smoke. He's holding and wasting time. And Maka is not there. He's not making that move. He's staying planted within the site, hidden behind the boxes. Now he must drop. He's scaling over the top. Maka's right there. AW gets no scope. And Maka just about holds on here for 3D Max.
Nice. What a shot. Catching up a bit. Nice.
Just had to hold his breath and hit the no-scope. Knew exactly the pathing up on top of the box. Yeah, this did feel like it was under Magic's control all the way until it wasn't. This last kill, the pistol whip from Moon, can't complete the frag, and that's the one that seals it at the end. The 3D Max still fighting back 6-12. Another buy-in from Magic though, so no pressure slips away.
Right through the smoke. Look at this, and Gravity catches them unawares, but Esfe makes it even stronger for the defense. He got both kills of that MP9, and he switches out to the AK-47 and gets away with it.
Those are the plays I was mentioning that 3D Max made them such a difficult team to play against last year. But when teams catch on, it gets easier. Lovely shot from Maka. Now Short is opened up, but it's Lucky's turn to play.
He's on the back of a player with just the USP, so...
I'm assuming he saw that, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. He's definitely going to confirm it. No, but he can't get the kill. That is unreal that Masfell turns and gets that. That's so ridiculous. Okay, under a minute left. Is this the moment where Magic take the map victory? With that moment there, the bomb is dropped. Maka turns around, tries to get it done, but AW wins it at range with an MP9. And Masuta's on 11 HP, up through middle. AW's got it locked in, and a 13-6 win from
Not today. That's a victory. Let's jump ahead in action. Who do we have? Here we go. Second map, 7-8. Start of the second round. Waiting for the waiting for the map to restart. Watching some of the highlights.
Budapest Major was kind of like the last hurrah to see if they could get a playoff. That was the one where it felt like there was something way off. Well, there's space in middle. Early utility, but this time Magic not committing any bodies to the defense. It's going to be S-Fade playing passively in Donut. Red room is wide open for the taking if you're 3D Max. Now that that's been spotted, it'll have to be addressed. Moon might turn from the A bomb site. Oh my lord, deleted!
Yeah, another Tech-9 flood in. S-Fade trying to stay composed, trying to stay hidden, peeking out. Good first headshot, running out of ammo. Gravity gets rid of him. Now the plant can come through, and 3D Max, this would be a fantastic round to win. Out of nowhere, really.
That's just deja vu to the first half, right? One of these low-buy rounds just going to ruin your start to the half, and if you're Magic, that's terrifying.
Well, they still can win this.
Yeah,
There's a
it's a bit scary.
here for AW. If they take down Maka and start of the donut, that feels like
The T's are so widespread.
It's a tough angle to try and clear. And Maka, oh my god, he just creeped in, he got both!
Oh, look at that. Wow. Yes, like, why are you so widespread? You can't trade.
Ticket is shredded in front of their faces. Masuta in the ground. Magic come back into it. And to that
What the hell was that?
I think I'm going to try. I might be reading too much into this.
There must be baseball players, because that was a magnificent throw.
To me, it's a lot of assumptions, a lot on communication.
What?
And a lot of how they're calming with each other and handling the situations and problems that are being presented. This is a huge mistake in communication.
Yeah, that's a massive mistake.
Issue this is to not realize that Maka isn't completely watching Donut, that you are wide open to that angle is insane. And that might be the round that you just gift over Magic. A 2-round lead now, plenty of money, and getting closer to a series win.
S-Fade peeking out Masuta right away with that headshot. S-Fade just dropped. At least the trade is through here.
It's a good trade, but there's damage. Oh, damage on both sides.
You've been so desperately looking for it. You don't have red room control though.
That's a blind corner to hold.
Tenzi and Moon, the op to pull the AKs in.
Okay, well, you've got there, but do they... Oh, they do check the corner.
Tenzi will definitely grab his.
Just to fall away.
So 3D Max are again down a player, down a member, but that kill comes through from Maka to change that. AW.
Yeah. Really good reaction from Maka. There might be a chance for another one.
AKM4.
Ooh, how does Magic read this? You got no one over towards the A bomb site. 3D Max realized that. Moon hasn't worked up the courage to move past Red Room into CT spawn, so the bomb site's still wide open. I think Maswell got to be so nervous that Maka's still
No, the game hasn't started yet. So
Moon
we'll stay on the replay for now.
Perfect timing.
No problem. So
Taking it dry. Oh, that's a double flash.
We were asked at the start of the game, who is the
Did he see him cross? He saw him, but he wasn't quick enough on the trigger finger. That is a bit of a throw, boys.
Yeah, Moon showing a very cool level. I'm liking the game I'm seeing out of him so far here against 3D Max. Tenzi as well having great impact.
So technically speaking, it would have started already, I'm thinking. Well, they're back, but are they started? No, let's keep on this.
A 3-round lead now.
But we do have the Spirit desk on the side, Spirit and Big Desk. That countdown has stopped. So we'll jump over to the action over on that side as soon as that match actually kicks off. Then we can have a look.
Desperately trying to find that solution right at the tail end of this map.
Call a timeout. Speak amongst yourselves.
With very little money. Hero AK dropped over to Kersey, or picked up by Kersey. Other than that, MAC-10 and upgraded pistols.
So will he be the hero or will he be the villain? That is the question. Only time will tell.
Kersey really slowed down as well. That really hot start, but not getting the impact he's been looking for. It's another limp round where he just goes down for free in middle. I'll just try and swing out the B round, try and put the pressure on.
Oh, that's a good flash.
Oh, great recovery. The Deagle and the composure combined with picking up a
oh, what a nade. Kobe.
Has to start thinking about a clutch on his own now, so he's going to put that.
Yeah, planted. Put pressure on them.
1v2. Can he pull it off here? Going towards default. So many positions he's got to worry about. Trying to find a good angle. Now they know where he is. Moon just in the open, not playing with his teammates. A bad decision. It's really given Lucky a massive chance to win this now.
Smoke.
Asfade, smoke down, tap on the defuse. Lucky spamming, looking for him, and he's done the damage here. Asfade trying to get the angle on him. He's low HP, and Lucky would be able to just spam him down with the Tech 9. I think he's won this 1v2. No.
Oh, good job.
And actually, Lucky doesn't hold his cool long enough.
Ace faded. Well done.
When he heard the rifle run out of ammunition, he's thinking he's going to have to get close up with that Tech 9. Going to work around the edge of the smoke. Good read of the scenario from S-Fade. And a very important clutch. Once again, that was a great opportunity, a great chance for
Almost a clutch.
They've added a number of times. Like, they're getting delivered some of the kills they need. This one from Asuta is lovely. The follow-up even better. And it's so close to being in their control and ripped away at the last second. 11-4.
That slam dunk was nice. Nade into the pocket. Well, he already did the damage there. He got the headshots. Couple of deeks. Oh, down to 5.
Yeah, they call him over. They change the attack, right? They say, okay, we're just losing people coming through the elbow smoke. Let's add gravity into it.
Flank is about to activate his elbow, but they're all looking for it, but it doesn't matter. Back's turn. He manages one. Really close to a multi-kill that, but he's got so much info.
And look at Moon. He's following up that push with the AWP as well.
A suffocating style right now from Magic.
The shot, I was actually kind of surprised Lucky was watching for that fade as well. That was really impressive that he was aware of the potential. Moon would love to just shave one more player off.
Oh, he's got 5 health, right? Imagine the 5 gets a headshot. Oh, good shot. Such a negative position.
Gravity's dead too.
Oh, Shadow gave him away as well.
There's just not enough on this T side, and comes back to what you were talking about earlier today before this.
Doors and corners, boys. Doors and corners. Too many doors, too many corners. You can't watch them all.
Right now, not looking good on these T-side calls.
So, do we keep watching, or do we go over to the desk of Big versus Spirit?
Realize that they aren't the solutions to the problem, but finding an IGL is one of the hardest things in Counter-Strike.
I think we'll keep to the action, right?
They're doing it on hard mode, having to find one in France. 12-7.
12-7.
5-round lead, 5 chances for Magic to eliminate 3D Max.
Good thing it's not the brain rot number. Single point of damage so far on the Galil carrier. Curze. Ooh, there's some more damage. There we go. It's a nice nade. It's like Kobe.
Given some space to play with.
7 rounds straight on the CT side for Magic.
Yeah, I mean, you started the second half bringing up how woeful the T side was on Dust 2 for 3D Max. A similar scenario here. S-Fade. Gonna drop the smoke, just replenish.
Where's his
one
weapon?
that was already there. And actually, yeah, he's just going through with the USP.
He had an M4. Oh, did he not want to reload maybe? The sound cue might have been inside the smoke if he wanted to make that play.
Oh.
Good shot from Moon. This is the final move into the A bomb site. The slice coming in through Donut, but Moon is here with
Oh, good shot. Why so dry when Moon's so hot?
Grenade gonna land on top of Moon. Flash as well, so he has to back away. 45 seconds left on this clock. Trying to get out. Moon's close to that, not quite gonna land it. Up next is the rifle bay. W, look at the timing. Kersey repositions. They cancel the plant. Kersey's in.
Oh, that's over.
Closing it out together.
GG.
A 2-0.
Wow.
Them fired up. Moon yelling across the other side.
That's a bit wild.
In their home country.
So let's go over to the desk of Big and Spirit. I like the oil prices going up. I love Pimp.
It's been a tough relationship in that regard. All I'm saying is, BlameF in Big so far, he's made them better. You know, if he gets better players around him, I'm sure BlameF can do more.
But then, okay, do you realistically think that Big would be able to attract players that is better than what they have right now?
No,
or is
absolutely not.
Or is it more of a case that if Big continues the upwarding trend that they have right now, then their players will start getting poached?
No.
Don't you think that's going to be the case? Then, what are they left at?
Well, Tapson's been around for forever. Faven has been around for forever. JDC has been around for forever. Griggs is maybe the only one where we don't know the true potential. I'll be honest, you know, Big is doing a good job at what they're doing right now. But if you look at the roster, where's the player that all of a sudden is going to elevate himself, you know? Where's the player that all of a sudden is going to put a 0.1 to his rating on average and elevate that team? I feel like we get the most out of what they have to work with right now, and I'll be honest, unless some German talent comes up, maybe they have to start look elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, just as a reminder, this is a playoff qualification match, not a theoretical mismatch. This is where these two teams are stature-wise. You know, for the side of Spirit is where we flip it to. I know that we'd love to talk about Big, but truthfully, Spirit aren't necessarily in the most prettiest of situations we've seen them in either.
No, and I hate it for the sake of Big. I actually like them a lot. I think Big have done a great job. I think BlueMF have done a great job as well.
Just got a feeling Donk's gonna donk it up.
This matchup, Peter, against Team Spirit, even as we described it, right? They're not looking necessarily too.
Is Scheider gonna show up?
It's not that bad either, and even if Spirit is showing up with a B game or C game.
Well, they did show up in the Phygital Astana, so that was a couple of weeks ago.
They're up against a team that they should.
I was watching that, quite interesting.
It's not fun, you know, going out against Spirit in the lower bracket, knowing that if you lose this, then you're out, right?
We'll blame F be able to.
Everyone's just been thinking, I mean, obviously the result is bad, but then there's
Contribute quick enough. I think it's a good question.
That would be a pretty bad result for them, and I think, you know, my big question and what I actually just want to see from this specific game is that I know what Donk brings and I know what Shiro can bring, but I'm still left in a question mark regarding the last three players. I want to see either Santix or Tenir having one of those games where you're thinking, okay, that's the third star. That's the guy that you want to be relying on when the two others are either having a mediocre game or when something is missing. And I think that sometimes seems to be the issue. And then, sure, you also have a little bit with the coaches and everything, with Toffee coming in and Halley now taking like more like an overview. He's want to give his players more freedom. Like, where's the system at for Spirit right now? You know, that's my big question. They seem to be going a little bit in multiple directions right now.
It's the fact that the Donk show hasn't been enough. It's the fact that we've seen Donk play well so far this tournament.
That's the thing, it's a team game, right? Donk can't be at 5 places at the same time.
Your personal form at the moment, and Donk is satisfied, but he would rather win with his team, etc. And it goes back to this old conversation that we always had. You know, how much do they rely on Donk's individual level to be a good team? Well, seemingly at this tournament so far, again, small sample size, don't want to make any sensations just yet, but he's playing well, you know, and they're still looking to be struggling a little bit. So I agree with you, Peter, that there's more than one issue at
it's a case of,
Team Spirit, and
here's the question.
An opponent like Big, I mean, if you're Tenir, if you're Santix,
is he enough on his own if the others don't pull the weight? Because they're dragging him down.
In terms of an elite firepower with an AWP, as it's been prescribed, he's had some woeful experiences here. Hasn't necessarily gone the most.
Yeah, Shiro's not showing up.
In the server, what does he need?
Let me just quickly get something to drink. Be right back while they chat.
I took the liberty of going and looking at some of his
talk
stats.
amongst yourselves.
Like, you know, I wouldn't say periods, that's wrong, but he had like maybe a series or two back-to-back where he just seemed to be not present, and I think that's what we're seeing. So I don't think this is like untraditional for the likes of Shiro, but sure, against Yao, he looked completely out of it, right?
Yeah.
You know, sort of dropped the ball a little bit, and you also had a couple of instances when they played Luminosity where he would just miss uncharacteristic shots and just not really being this shooter that we know. But I know, and I've played against him, I've watched him play so much that I know what he brings to Spirit, and he is a very stable operator, and he can be one of the reasons to why he has also elevated the team. So I'm not worried at all for Shiro.
It's funny how recency bias works in Counter-Strike. A month and a half ago, Peter, you and I were talking about Shiro, you know, playing well at the major, you know, now also stepping up in playoff games, and that's the new look of the new Shiro, you know, taking it a step further, and then he has 1.5 bad games here, and we're talking about, oh, is there a potential crisis with Shiro? I'm with you. I think Shiro is a fantastic AWP player. I think he's a fantastic Counter-Strike player, and he's, at the very least, the GG How game, that was the anomaly, right? Making the amount of mistakes and being caught off guard. Even if he's having a game where he's not hitting his shots, he's never really making too glaring mistakes, and I expect that to be the old Shiro showing up today.
Yeah, the old Shiro show, perhaps that's what we're looking for, because, yeah, it left a lot to be desired at some points. Of course, this lineup does a little bit as well, and I'm only saying that in terms of what we've already broached on a little bit in the coaching department for Spirit. Why is that being circulated? Why is that an idea right now about Holly potentially not hanging around?
Well, it's because they were doing so well when Softic came in, right? And he seemingly changed a bit of the approach within Team Spirit. One thing was the utility usage that he got a lot of credit for. Another one was...
There we go. Refreshments on board.
A little bit better under the leadership of Softic. Again, could that be random? Could that be just the period where he was feeling comfortable? Or did he specifically work with Tenir? It's tough to say for certain, but I think Peter was onto something when you described that we need the third star of this lineup to step it up and establish himself as being that player. And I think if Tenir is not up for that, if he's not going to find any more consistency, if he's not going to elevate his level of gameplay, I think the talent pool within the CIS region of Counter-Strike is so strong that at some point they'll start to wonder, should we give another guy a try?
And
Including the Spirit guy,
look at Falcons, or look at Vitality. They have
the youngster. I was from the Spirit Academy that went to the Fnatic.
Bring up the firepower, bring
Like he could have taken that place.
Well, Peter, I think it's time.
Because he seems to be doing good in Fnatic.
There are a couple things here that might overlap, but at least I'm thinking it's an ancient.
Yeah, potentially. I think both teams are willing to float, potentially play cash as well. If I'm Big Peter, why not go for it? Why not try to bring out a map where, yeah, Spirit have played it a little bit, but it's a new...
We got some cash, boys. Oi, oi.
You actually get to see the fact that Big does go with cash, and it's a map that they have been willing to play. And
Mirage
it's fun to look at because it's
does
one of
too.
those single teams that actually plays all 7 maps. You know, so they actually turn their attention and spread out the resources to have a hopefully wider map pool, but maybe not as you know, narrowed down to be as good. So yeah, cash in there in the fact, and then not notoriously we do get to see Dust 2 from Spirit. That has just always been like the map they always feel like going back to when they turn their attention to Vito. So not a big surprise.
No big surprise in that regard. I think the Dust 2 pick makes sense for Spirit. I like the fact that Big are picking cash, you know. If anything, as an underdog team, yeah, Spirit have played the map a little bit, but you're not going to be consistent.
It's either Mirage.
In the begging every single time. There's always going to be new ways of countering each other, new metas, you name it. And
I think Mirage will be banned.
When a new map is coming in.
And it also, sorry, but it also just speaks into maybe that Big find
Wow,
a bit of an underdog in this. Well, rightfully so, right?
Map ban is taking long.
Challenge and test if Spirit can actually play cash.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we have one map left here. Obviously, with Mirage still in there, I mean, the conversation around Ancient, we've begun that a little bit. So let's see, what is that third map?
I think we're left with, okay, I actually was going to say we're left with Ancient, but that's not the case.
Yeah, Mirage,
well, we got cash
coming in there.
Nice.
We get cash, we get Dust 2, and then I guess we'll have to wait with Mirage until tomorrow.
That is just a strong prediction right there.
What do we think?
You thought you were going to play it off.
Who's going to take it?
Speaking of play, let me tell you about our EWC play match pick'ems. That's right. At some point, I'm going to have to tell you and remind you, and that's going to.
I do think
it's going to be right now. Check out this QR code. I've asked you a couple times. I might as well ask you one more time. You might even hear me say it again tomorrow. But in this moment, just scan the QR code. Let us know who you think's going to win, because it's about the time where we get the game on itself. I'd ask these guys, but really, I think you've heard them yap enough. So let's do this thing. Let's get this game on. Let's see if Spirit can push Big around.
So what do we think? First map is Big's choice. Oh, so the first one's Big choice, right?
It's that big Spirit game that everyone's been talking about. There are playoffs on the line right now as Team Spirit and Big get ready to clash
Playoffs on the
cash
line.
in this best of 3. Lower bracket indeed. Saw a shaky Spirit on day 1, lost to GG How in a best of 1. And to be honest, Harry, I'd like to say that they came back stronger and they looked better in that BO3, but they barely limped over Luminosity on Dust 2, and that is their pick.
Guys, start the poll there in the chat. We can vote who's going to take it.
Big are feeling fancy for an upset.
Yeah, I think it's inescapable spirit. Feeling that for Spirit, it's kind of
inescapable spirit.
The hell in and show the level.
Because Spirit's been a little wonky, I think each person's going to take their map. And then Spirit's probably going to limp over the edge. As long as Shiro actually decides to show up a little bit.
A Big that have been grinding, a Big that have been getting better and slowly but surely gaining more and more attention. A Big that are making moves in the right direction. Thinking back to some of their games at the
Taking a big step forward, some would say.
ludicrous matches, and you know the one I'm talking about more than any other. The big old comeback. But this is a resilient team, a team that's on the rise, a team that's trending upwards, one that you can't underestimate if you're Team Spirit, especially in the form they've been in.
Blame me for the big guns. You got a license for those guns, son?
Open qualifier where these other open qualifier teams have kind of fallen flat on their face to a degree. You look at 100 Thieves, obviously eliminated as well. And GG How, who are not far away from that fate. K27 also lost to MIBR pretty clean. So by the end of this game, Big maybe the only one surviving, or will they join the fate of the 3 other open qualifier squads as Team Spirit, heavy favorites, rank 1 VRS team in the world right now? Absolutely have to show up. It's really hard to know what we're going to get, but with Cash in our not so distant future, that's cool. A lot of fun.
Like the fact that we're going
Cash is fun.
Yeah,
I do like that Cash is back in the pool. I do like the changes to Cash.
50-50. Too early to know, but a loss to FaZe, who have clearly tried to put it in their map pool. And of course, big 3 out of 4 wins. We saw them against Aurora in that opener. Really well-called game, to be honest, from Blame F. And 1 loss to G2 just the other day here in EWC. So, still a good track record for Big. Let's see if they can take on the big boys of Spirit.
Take on the big boys of Spirit.
All right, we got a T-side start for Big.
Didn't catch
Well,
Faven up close, but
what the USP is, you do want to take the longer range fights. It is easier. It is better for you.
Remember my big prediction for Spirit day 1 of the tournament.
How many things are we going to get?
He is going to have a good tournament. They would love to have access to him today. Donk, there's a lot of guys coming his way out towards.
Donk's getting donked.
Tabson ripping his head off. So Donk gone from this pistol. Tania followed up. Tabson's getting cheeky with it. Put this
Sweet mother, sweet mother.
He's loving it.
you're joking. That's
Big's gone big.
Shot from the back of the side.
You know, this is an old boys map, Hugo.
That's true. Spirit don't have that experience necessarily, right? It's certainly on most of these players would not have been playing professionally, or just weren't back in 2019. Shiro was kind of on the come up. Donk was nowhere to be seen.
A child, I think, is the...
It's a better way of putting it.
Well,
but, you know,
he's still a child. He's still so young. He's got such a fantastic future and present. But you're thinking, it's like, is he going to have the Nico story?
Execute here for Big. Triple smoke comes down. Spirit do block main, but Big is still coming through.
Oh, rough for Tania.
Use the...
Into this stack, sure, but you need these deagles to hit something. Shiro.
It's not hitting. So much dink damage.
And so that's Magix and Zontic saving, you imagine.
We see a lot of different type of executes right on this map with it.
Another question basically is, will Donk have the Nico story where he's such a fantastic player, but the team he plays on is just not good enough to get over the line to win multiple majors? Because clearly he's good enough to win multiple majors, right?
Occasionally they'll go for a counter boost, they'll do something up close with SMGs.
It's interesting. At least Nico got his major recently.
Use mid for information only. And so, with those smokes from Big, that rotate completely cut off. Clean entries, finds a 5 alive round.
I'd certainly argue that kind of mirrors, you know, what we used to see from Cash back in the day, right? Like mid kind of an access point, but you don't really want to end your round.
Of course, Donk has won his major already, but it will be a case of he's supposed to win like 4 or 5.
Yeah, then you have your eyes set on an exec or something of the sort.
6, 7 even. Is that good? But yeah.
Many have tried. But we've had a Spirit player drop from the server.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Over Shiro's shoulder.
He's back in.
Welcome back to the server.
Believing at the start of this game, getting
down for some technical difficulties.
Before the guns come out.
It's good that SMG's farming up a storm.
Just an overwhelming hit there. Spirit have a good bit of utility.
There's 1 deagle,
right,
couple of utils.
Like that. Get you up for a mid-peak that much faster. This has kind of been Tabson's game thus far, and he's got pistols out in front of him over here towards B.
Watch the close corners, that's where the pistols are dangerous.
a bit of cover.
Hugo, you know me, I'm not our B lurker, but there's this little spam spot right over here. Would it get Zontix, or does he have to be further back by the barrel?
Dong with a dig.
Okay. Yeah. So you do just have to go and clear that. He's got Molly, he's got util, and Bigger in no rush. tabseN just holding the extremities for a push, gonna lob in a bit of util over here towards B.
That's small ticket damage.
Op Team Spirit on the wrong side of the map.
No Big are going to have some good grenades in their repertoire here. Spirit are certainly hedging their bets, though, and they seem to be onto something. Triple B.
It is a big choice, so they should be having stuff.
Still figuring that out. It looks like a heaven smoke. CT's already down.
All right, they're going into the stack, but they got this vent split, and that is going to blind.
Good job.
Nothing
Yeah.
done for Team Spirit.
There's no chance.
It's
Oh.
not a problem.
tabseN, he's loving it.
Dude, they are looking
Absolutely loving it.
These
Dido's not long for this wall.
3 hits really we've seen. There's no space for any of these CTs.
6 for 0.
All side by side on this hit. They timed that very well.
tabseN and the rest.
Overwhelming numbers on their bomb sites.
There's a
I feel
reason.
like Spirit are going to have to make some kind of play here.
How long has tabseN been in big?
There's a reason they call him Big Cash Money tabseN. 6-0, right off the rip.
They get a kill.
Of course, he's a co-founder, yeah.
Player in 3 rounds. 0
Since
kills for Team Spirit
2017.
coming into their first buy.
9.5 years ago. Sweet mother. He's an OG. For some reason, I forgot that. I always knew he was in big for a long time, but I didn't know he was a co-founder. Like, wow.
That's got to feel good.
Yeah.
Shiro.
Got to feel good, son. There's a restaurant called that in the Netherlands. Dr. Feel Goods. Burgers, fries.
Don gets a smoke in and quickly departs. No one on that highway box nade. Don comes back in
Like
from car side.
truffle fries, right? Truffles. Fries with truffle cheese and truffle oil on top. It's like fanciest fries you'll ever eat. Oh, it's so good. Oh, into the pocket.
Excellent utility. 4 HEs thrown by Big. 2 players at half.
And he's gonna
They
burn.
are learning to hate the big utility very, very quickly.
Will they think it's clear?
Got big in the server. They're gonna have some creative ideas. There's a third nade onto the highway, and Donk decides, I'm done playing this position.
All HEs now used for
Screw it, I'm leaving.
I'd say very worth it. But now they've got to group and go for this hit, and they're doing the same thing as the last round. Coming out middle, going for event split. No support from Donk. He's got to guess the right site here.
He is making his way over. Looking to end up in the right place. Still, Zontix in this.
Oh, the hits.
Double cleared. They weren't ready for Donk.
Oh, donkey goes donkey.
3 players out in the open. Sure, he's going to burn. But it's given Team Spirit a fighting
But he's
chance.
burned the other
now.
team as well.
Blame F and Griggs. With Blame holding on for this vent rotation.
Oh,
He gets
good
the kill
job.
he's waiting for.
And if you're Donk, you're just wondering, what more do I need to do, really? No one gets a single kill in their position. Donk comes out with 3 frags. Sure,
We saw him.
showing us angles we've never seen before, but none of them will let him back in the round.
They hear the fall.
They're hunting this AWP as well, so gotta be
They
very,
probably heard
very
it, right?
careful here. Luckily, Blame's gone back up highway, so Shiro looks like he'll survive.
Okay, good for that. But yeah, Donk showing what Donk does. Donk goes donk, 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 and they're dead. Oh, he missed it. Wow.
Not a reassuring start.
Gyro. That's a bit bad there, Sean. That's a bit bad.
Well, Big clearly looking well prepped to start this game. Just the fact that their whole first gun round is just, we're going to use 5 HEs.
Oh, just in time, got the kill before he burned up.
And sure, they kind of overlooked Donk. Mid was empty. Where is that third player? Where is that rotation player? But even a triple kill in B doesn't stop Big.
I like that, Molly. Sideways flick.
Alright, Spirit, it's time for someone else to get a kill.
Yeah.
What do we have? 0, 3, 0, 0. Oh, wow. Donk just have 3 and nobody else has anything.
All right, surely someone else from Spirit gets on the board now. Donk again bullied by Util. Oh, Donk with a...
Donk goes double, Donk goes triple, Donk goes quad. No. Another triple. What?
People say that Spirit can feel like a bit of a one-man army at times. Never show them this scoreboard.
This is crazy.
Sure no one ever
What?
Dude, I mean,
Donkey's 6 kills in 5 rounds and nobody else has a kill.
Let's say.
Yeah, you could say that. That was into a full stack with HE on the main smoke. Donk's on 30 health before he sees someone.
Wow.
How the hell? Like,
Yeah, it's a good time to pause, eh?
you can laugh at the other players having trouble, but how does he get 3 kills again? How does he do it?
Yeah, Donk is going off.
Man. Donk 6 and 5. Everyone else 0. And Big, they're going into stacks and they are getting out easily.
And dude,
Big's going big. Look at this.
The comfortability, right? These executes have been brutal. The idea that you're bringing players down to 30 HP,
Look at the scores. Look, 0, 6, 0, 0, 0.
It's just massive for Big.
And then everybody on the other side has got some kills. Flame's going 6 for 0 as well.
We're seeing an attempt to mid-control here for Spirit. Donk.
Couple of wall bangs.
Magic's up over sandbags. It's going to play close to the vent. Bit of spam for Big. I'm aware there could be an AWP pre-flashing the B side.
This is a bit more of a standard CT setup too. You go for the double mid control, get a player in the vent.
Checking that good push you've got up there.
Donk up to roam over towards A. Now you almost get to play 2-3 on each of these bomb sites, and you still have eyes on mid to react.
Yeah.
Every now and again, the X-ray catches you off guard. I was thinking, no, it's dead.
Okay, Blame looks into the flash, but the fact that they're flashing
it's
yeah,
good.
They're so methodical.
That's a good late smoke.
You would have hoped, but no punish here. Late highway nades again. Donk is a little further back, but he's still...
Oh, takes it in the shoulder.
One more. It does miss. Donk gets out for now. Molly pushes Magic's back to B. They can't catch him on his reroutes. Grix has the line. The Spirit smoke it out.
A couple of tick damages.
You're going to have to go back into this B split.
Magic's here.
He saw him. He saw him.
Zontix has been in that position every single time they've gone B, and so they check for it.
All right, Zontix needs a multi-kill here.
Yay!
Zontix with the first. Now they know where he is. They start to give chase, and Grix has got the cover. Donk dead in rotation. Blade backstab. Bomb crossing in with 10 seconds left. And there's just enough time to get it down. Grix holding on for this wrap round.
Unlucky. It's not Shiro, it's Tanier.
At 6-0.
It's a beautiful game out of Big. You've got to be loving everything you're seeing. If
Oh,
you're a
this
Big
is
fan
crispy.
Right now, they are playing these rounds down to the final 30, doing some really nice executes. The util is great. The trading is fine. There's nothing going wrong now for Big. Grix hitting
The more the question is, was it a case of Spirit not having 2 maps they don't want to play? And Cash being the one they not the least wanted to play. So like the other one they didn't want to play, but this one they thought, yeah, let's try and see what happens. Because they are struggling a bit.
They're going to abuse it.
Oh.
Not only that, like eventually you need a kind of out of the box idea here. If you just play these standard rounds, as we've now seen 6 times over, Big are more than ready to deal with it.
That's a quick rescope. Conference is there.
Big have all the util to deal with that. They're not worried about the...
But there hasn't been a mid boost there. It's always been passive, up highway.
They're aware of this as well. Look, their Blame is holding the boost in
brought
middle.
more people over to get naded.
Good one.
Well,
nice
should do it earlier, eh?
Has to move. They try and bail him out with smoke, but Blame's over the top and the call's been made. Magix has nowhere to hide.
Yep.
They can come through this mid smoke as well if Big want to get Randy.
They can't have Randy. They're already more than 5 players. Oh, gets a donk in the head. Bomb site's basically clear. There's 1 left. Oh. That's a quick clear.
Winning this one, does it? You have dealt with one guy on the back.
Tapson's on fire.
Okay, he gets it. That's what matters. Not the cleanest, but still past Tapson. And the follow-up.
Ooh, good job.
Let's see if him and Don can pull this one off. 2 kills from this backstab. The other 2 trapped in at the bomb site. So there's no post plants to worry about here. You're battling forward.
Yeah, unlucky.
Big 7-0.
If Donk had the AK, I would have thought maybe... Or the A4 rather.
Does get him the kill that opens the round, but not going to win this one as Big just sit back in the bomb site.
Hey, at least there's more kills on the other side. Is it a case of they're going to have 2 007s, 2 James Bonds?
7-0 indeed. A disastrous start for Team Spirit.
Because we've got Tenier on 07 and we've got Magix on 06.
They're going out mid this time. Going quick as well. Magix has no help.
Oh, the util's so good. Like every time we say that, we cut to Blame F getting full flash, but
Donk gets dunked.
Still is really, really good here for Big. They're just setting such a lethal precedent around middle. Okay. Nice shot there from the AWP, and so Tenier able to cut one out of the round.
Oh, but in his pocket.
Will bully him, bring him down low.
Great. Tenier needs to run. He is a dead man walking. Magic's still here the whole time. It's 1 HE molly left, but it's gone back towards B on Tapson and Griggs. Spirit look like they want to bring more men over to fight middle. Zontix util could go a long way here.
It's bad for highway.
Molly to follow. Good kill on Faven. Can Blame F fight his way out of this position? No.
He burns.
Well. B has been lost in the downtime, so Big still have a chance.
Yeah, 4v2. Best position Team Spirit have been in this entire game. Are Big going to keep it flawless, or does Spirit finally get on the board? You're telling yourself this has got to be enough. This is a really out there position from Griggs. He's landed a tag.
Go. Tagged him.
Cross for Tapson to try and hold on to the vent.
I'm scared.
Timing could get the better of him here because that vent play is coming very, very late. Tenier not the first to play. Line held by Griggs.
Missed again. Oh.
Tapson's got his back. Shiro low. Tapson finished off as the pincer comes in. And so
34 health between them all. Wow.
Yeah, they come from enough positions there that it's just too overwhelming. You can't predict the...
But Magix did go 007, so he has James Bond.
Tenier, very important. He doesn't die early. And that is a buzzer beater defuse. Barely got
All the Brazilians, look away. Quickly, look away. The score is 7-1.
Nice nades in middle. Spirit returned the favor finally with mollies and HEs all over the shop.
And ironically enough, it is German team in big as well.
We have 2 spawn.
Would have been funny if it was like a Brazilian team. Would have been funny.
Indeed. It's going to get Big a bit more space, but Spirit still play aggressive. Molly looks out Griggs. He just misses that timing. Now Shiro owns the angle. Not for long.
Oh, what a flick.
Tries to peek from high. Griggs hits the flick. Zontix holds B strong.
Oh, that was a little laggy.
4v4 and Big are regrouping back on this site. Curiosity costs you.
Zontix is gone. Yeah, Curiosity killed the cat, but the cat had 9 lives. You ain't no cat, son.
I mean, if JDC just keeps walking with this in, like, that's the round. Spirit on the wrong side of the map. They're going to add all the little bells and whistles, but this is overkill. They've got the site.
If they take any longer, they won't be having the site.
Never be sure. Where is Donk is the question for Big right now, but he's back in spawn. That molly.
Are they wondering if Donk is in the corner? They're taking another 3 kills at the head.
JDC giving the bomb and just makes it in. So crisis averted.
Back in the corner.
I think Spirit know this one.
That's safe.
I would say, do you agree with me here? B-side cash is very hard retake. Like, got to be one of the hardest in the game. So it feels.
It's like Inferno.
It's not quite Dust 2B, but.
Well, Dust 2B even as well.
I think it depends. Like,
it's like there's a couple of sites you don't want to take back.
Util, yes. It's like if the T's have util, yes, because then they're able to lock off a bunch of the choke points. But
even just coming out vent though, like you say a 3v3, you know, you got site, you got checkers. It can be really hard to get out vent. Flank not that strong unless you play super late.
Explosion, but chow.
Teams struggle a lot getting back into B in even scenarios.
You have a timeout called? Feels like way. No, no timeout. It's 8-1. Will it be a 9-1? The CTs has got... It's a full buy everywhere.
It's a shame. Shiro had the line last round. If he stayed on it, he's going to win that fight. But he goes
jumps
back
up,
out
like
to jump up.
towards the shroud boost.
Ooh, imagine that was a headshot clip. That would have been so depressing.
Would not be proud now.
Oh, takes in the pocket again.
Like this series, like this is the time for Spirit to try and level in and lock in a little bit from their weak performances. Safe to say they're not doing that. This
Such
is
good
the
nade damage by Big.
I'm just shocked the Spirit.
One could almost say it's big damage.
So clear this whole game from round one, Big are like abusing this position. They just hit 2 more players with nades.
It's one of the kind of cool ideas that Big have, or like one of the big problems I guess Big are trying to cause, right, with this punishing util in middle. They're trying to make it feel like you can't play anywhere, but you can't give up mid. Especially not because Big have been using it, right, in these B splits.
True.
What do you actually do if you don't play the highway box? You don't feel like you can play close either because the molly's wrecking you.
Third HE on highway. Big better be checking.
Dunk's being dunked on
every round because
with all those HEs.
I mean, they're probably feeling it. When you go into bomb sites and everyone's just dying in one bullet, you know your util is effective.
Okay, it's an A stack, but Spirit have lost this before. Donk is here, so is the AWP at quad.
A lot less through squeaky door by the looks of it.
Full exec, all the util streaming in, Donk burning,
Whoa.
Shiro provides a bit of cover, that's let Donk slip back, but they're scaling up over the top.
No.
Dead with nothing done, the stack gets dissolved, Zontix does have a bit of a forward position here, no one's ready for this, so Zontix might have something up his sleeve.
Oh, that's one. That's two. That's knocked.
Is punished, but he's got it down to a 1v1. Now Magix doesn't have a kill.
Oh,
because Favin deletes him.
Damn.
Shot from Favin locked in, but that 4th kill, there's no way he's ready for Magix that far away. Absolutely rips his face off.
That was dirty.
And you feel it there for Spirit again, because what happens? They have a stack in the right place, they get double smoked, Donk gets repositioned with Molly, he goes to help Shiro backside, Shiro gets mollied, then he gets flashed, then Donk, he's holding the right angle and Favin jumps over the top. Spirit just can't get a read on any of these site hits. They've had stacks in the right place numerous times, and they've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
These are excellent executes from Big.
I kind of hope we see Spirit go back to aggression over towards A. It's like the only time they've had any semblance of map control was on the back of that A push. And they
feels like they've been passive the whole time. They just get dunked on, basically.
Look at that. Right now, the map feels so small for Team Spirit. They can't hold mid. The util's
so crispy.
If they sit back, they're at the full mercy of these execs, which are just way too strong.
There's the evidence.
And any of the pushes have always gotten punished, so it kind of feels like A's your only option.
Shiro on highway now.
Ooh, he's aggressive.
And so yeah, close mid, still gets naded. Can't catch a break, can you?
I couldn't even tell you how they knew to do that one.
I like this angle though. It's a good way of putting the AWP in play, but Blame is, of course, for some reason holding that. It's a perfect line. That is a frustrating death to give up for Shiro.
Shiro is struggling. 4-11. Most kills, at least most deaths, and well, at least he's got 4 kills.
Full blind is Magix.
That's a dink by Donk.
Right? That's a silent B-pop, something Big haven't even done. They just walk close main with a flash and a molly on the same time.
And dude, don't you just feel how claustrophobic that B site is? Like, it's a very tight setup.
No, it wasn't a ding by Donk.
Especially when you're up against
I thought it was Donk again on that corner.
Execs, right? You were at the full mercy of util. You saw Zontix and Magix kind of tripping over each other in the bomb site as they try and separate. That's actually where Big find the first kill.
Donk speaking. Will Favin expect him? Nope.
You're seeing Big with all these ideas. The game's just flowing. Everyone's hitting their shots. They feel like they can't do anything wrong. I mean, Spirit don't really have from this look, you know, don't have any degree of comfortability.
It's also nice because it's showing that Cash can, you know, a lot of people would expect it to be kind of a brainless.
This map makes me think of
thought can go into
It's game 5 in a best of 5.
good rounds at good times, but
And it's a map that the team never played, basically. That's how it feels with this map.
making them play double B bomb side out of spawn.
Like, they know basically how to play it, but there's nothing else. And even if they've got a good CT side, or T side rather, like a bunch of execs and stuff, you can't do it because you're 10-1.
I think we all can feel this game is kind of over.
Basically.
But Spirit must play on.
And Spirit now tries to get the confidence down.
Deep main smoke. A lot of teams been using this, but Big don't care. They just cross through.
It's very brazen. Maybe that's what lets them down. Finally, a trade kill back. But the advantage still with Spirit. Rotates arriving.
What? You're just running and shooting. It works.
Griggs over the top.
Run and gun.
He's lost the rest of his team. They're in the site. They're in there.
Ah, there we go.
Spirit will
10-2.
2 rounds on this CT campaign.
Yeah, 2 kills for Magic's there just at the end of the
That's a bit wild.
Killless half of Counter-Strike. Still not pretty for Spirit, but you do feel like that one is just big kind of cooling from the score. They go through the smoke. They could have cancelled a couple of times. They still commit. Maybe a bit cocky there. I'm going to forgive them at a 10-2 half. It's a beautiful half of CS from Pig on this T side. And Spirit, you know, if they have anything, it's not even the time to show it.
So just for anybody wondering,
Spirit's pick in this series. And while you want to hold a lot of faith,
we do have another match running. Where's that result? Yeah, Aurora took it 2-0 as expected.
Today of all days, there's no guarantees in this game.
13-6 and 13-4. That was the map we looked at earlier. Aurora crushed GLHF 13-4 on the second map. So there was no commentator's curse.
Don't laugh, you'll cry. I mean, Shira uncrouched the worst time, but it's fine. It's fine. They have numbers over boost. Big.
3v2.
Seem very ready for that for some reason.
Well, it's 3 guys and 4 guns. The numbers are bigger.
Julies are alive.
A duel is a duelin'.
We say also ending rounds through mid can get real scary. There's a reason why a lot of squads don't do it.
They're going into the stack. Griggs is checking Z. Spirit jump in.
All right. Dual Berettas. They've done some early damage, but Donk quick to silence them.
It's relieving.
I really expect the guy to be up high.
You'd like to think no more worries here in a 3v1. Bomb planted.
No.
Magic's with a clean kill to close. Say this about Spirit. They sometimes, you know, they'll get themselves kind of amped up or pumped up using whatever they can. And I think when Magic's gets dealt a straight up disrespectful A hit in the final round of the half, and that's where they get to. If he was ever going to turn to the guys and say like, okay, now we reckon, it would be after a round like that. I mean, now they've got the pistol. Let's see.
It's times like these
Jury's out.
where you say like, okay, guys, they're overconfident. Watch out for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? They are going to try ego us here.
Like getting beaten up by a team.
Well, they've got the same flame at least. The same technique.
But the moment they get overconfident, now you want to beat them.
You're buying in very early.
Oh, good chop damage.
Big with a force bite. And they can kind of stem any bleeding here by just winning this round straight up. B stack in play though. Spirit destined for A. Unless this is a fake out from Tanir, but heavy in middle and heavy up highway. As this smoke fades, the exit comes in.
That's a good covering.
Interesting round here for Spirit, but it's just nobody home to stop it.
Too far? Will Tabson get a couple of kills? He has been on fire.
Top performer Tabson.
How has he gotten? My, what is going on?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, unlucky.
Dude, he got so much room there.
Almost.
Cool way of clearing A from Spirit.
Oh, do you save and try and get a couple
as well, so
exit kills maybe?
Audition tape on this T side.
It's a bit tight.
So Ontix has a Molotov. That would go kind of hard right now. 3 players in Sunroom.
Aha, Molly. But he wants the molly and then have cover fire. Boom.
Not worth dying for that.
Yeah, no,
So
no use in ruining the economy. Too early for a timeout as well.
Big no comebacks of any magnitude are possible. They know better than most.
A light investment.
First gun round.
Greek saving for the orb.
That's not the thought they're having.
Oh, Blame. Blame gets donked on.
SMG put to work.
Well, it did get some money, so they should be able to get the orb next round.
Everybody's moving.
He was so excited when Cash came back. It's just, you know, it's like putting on an old pair of shoes. You just love it. You slip right in. You've already broken them in. You know the map so well. Oh, no. Look at this for tabseN.
Oh, it gets doubled. What?
On the backstab.
Well, it's Berlin International Gaming. They don't take card there. It's only cash for tabseN.
When one squeaky door opens, another closes. Team Spirit, this comeback they were hoping for, maybe out the window. On the back,
It's all about the cash, man.
From tabseN.
Who's gonna get it? Donkey's donkey. Donkey. But it doesn't have health. That's a problem now.
Donk's clawed it back. 2v2. Bomb still.
I think on Donkin is done.
Problem is, Big kind of lent pretty heavy into the defense of this bomb early on, and so now they're paranoid because they've given up a lot of the map elsewhere. So they've only left one guy on the bomb.
Yeah, it's like a single dink.
Dead. It's on to Zontix, but he does drag
Time for the clutch.
into this 1v1.
Don't have time to rotate out. He's checking his flank, but 20 seconds here. What's the play for Zontix? Really? I mean, what do you think?
Through the vent.
Oh,
the full way around.
I don't know about this.
It's going to be close. Stopwatch out.
I think he's got it.
All right.
It's probably fine.
Oh, that is close. Well played.
Oh, even goes for the ideal plant spot
Oh.
and everything.
Respect.
All right.
Respect.
That's taking a chance.
Now he's got a 1v1. Favin can't quite believe that the bomb's gone down on B.
Oh, what?
That's the clutch. Spirit are building in the right direction.
Look, it's only anti-ecos, but they're very confident now after that. Look at that clutch. That's a 2v4.
Telling you lose around. Sorry, you win around when Big get too big for their boots.
Yeah, but it's Donkey's donking.
That's the team you want to be. Think about how many times you've been there yourself, Hugo, or anyone watching at home. You're playing a game, you're getting wrecked, you're kind of just on autopilot. But then they do something that's like, oh, they're really disrespecting us now. They're really trying to rub salt in the wound. Now you really want to beat them. You refocus.
Man, what a call for Zontix to make that rotation. And also, you know, Donk, massive 3K.
Donkey's donking.
Cancel. Okay, the wheels are...
Oh, what a nade. Ooh, I was expecting more damage.
Squeaky.
Big doesn't seem to be having a lot of CT prepared nades.
This feels far more tense than a game of this scoreline should.
Yeah, because if they break them now, it's easy that they can get to 10-7. Well, easier. Because they have a lighter buy. They are on full loss bonus. Or they would be, assuming it's a loss. Fighting the corner. And smoking highway high.
Utility fans, just download this demo, please.
Yeah.
Every nade in the world has been thrown.
Ooh, that one failed.
And our observers are catching all of it. B hit for Spirit, here we go.
There are 3 players here for the big squad. Flame F waiting on the sidelines up there in heaven. Still tries to spam this Favin and
leaned out.
That's a horrible idea.
Feels like when the teams are passive, it feels like they're losing. Very passive.
That was hard for Spirit. You know, the execute is nice, but it's not like they're going in off of a molly or a flash. There actually is a big gap in between when the util lands and when they play. So Big still have chances to win fights there. They do some damage on Donk, but Spirit get out very clean. Up to 6 now.
He can beat some good Ds. Donk got dinged, but didn't die.
Big having the same trouble Spirit did in that first half. Even when they're in the right place, they can't stop these hits.
And bomb. Yeah, Donk is as far away as possible from the explosion.
I think you kind of had to credit for Big in that first half was the depth of the ideas they had. They had a lot of thoughts, a lot of tricks up their sleeve.
No, because now it's technically 10-6, so it's 4 in a row.
Soon on this CT side.
Well, yeah, because our problem with Spirit CT is they didn't do anything, right? They just kind of sat highway, they let themselves get naded.
The most tense round we have was the squeaky door push from tabseN. Now, sure, that's on like an eco, and he feels a bit of a degree of freedom to go for something like that. You don't really want to risk these limited gun rounds on a timing squeaky door push, per se. But something aggressive, just to own a portion of the map, would be a great place to start. So let's see if Big feeling that too. They call it tack timeout here.
Tack timeout here.
The team spirit that were red in the face, 10-1 down with only Donk getting any kills.
They were laughing at halftime. Now I'm starting to see why.
Like I can imagine the exact phrasing of Magic's turning to the gang. Okay. Now we
win. Oh,
well,
sick for Magix.
He would use the worst language, I think. But yeah, Magic's in with an opening. JDC gone.
That was cool. That's a boost over. Luckily for Big, that molly misses. Are they going to boost up? Bigger counter boosting. Oh, Blame in this position. He's not like going for the flank, but he is in a very strong spot. They're still mollying over boost as well. Will miss. But I like that Big have done this. Very cheeky. Could this be the position that catches them free kills? Magic's out middle. You'll clear low. You won't clear high. Blame swings out. Magix does decent damage, but he's going to try and escape here. To hit this nade, but it's fine because he gets the fight he wants.
Did get a dink on him, but not enough damage.
Not for long.
There we go.
The play was there for Big.
10-7.
React quickly.
10-7. What's the money looking like? They save 2. They'll get another decent buy. tappsEN's score is coming back to 16-11. 8-7. Grix is struggling a bit as well. Zontix has shown up a bit. Seems like the Spirit guys have shown up a bit. Magic's still struggling a bit. Shiro's, yeah, so.
The closer you get to a tie game as well, the less freedom you feel like you have, right? Risking on like a 3-man hyper-aggressive setup where you're trying to get in their face, or a little gimmick like the boost. That's all well and good while you're leading and you've got rounds to play with, but those rounds are gone. And if this ends up getting more passive and kind of more standard for Big, you do get nervous.
Just a little bit nervous. Nothing to worry about. That was not expected to be that forward.
Round by round.
It's full buy, basically.
This was a potential 11-1 half for Big Clan.
Oh. JDC got stuck on the wall there, I think.
Was he flashed?
Open, blinded.
Yeah, he was blinded, right?
Right into that lip.
That was a good flash.
Blame's through this
Good job.
Magic's almost cleared it, but almost doesn't cut it. Blame gets out of there. Can he live this time? Equalizing in a 4v4.
I mean, this here is
going through vent? No, he's going through sandbags.
Grix on a very forward line, one that they're not ready for. You got to be quick to pounce here. You don't want to take.
Oh, that's tag as well.
Grix trying to evade, ends up getting shut down. And so every
3v3,
edge
but
that
Donkey
they've been able to
stinked.
find, Spirit instantly respond to. It's a 3v3, and you still don't really have a clear picture as to where this is ending up.
Rix had to fight his way out there. He couldn't escape. That smoke fell way too short. Even without the nade, they were going to catch him. So definitely feeling the pressure now are big. Blame still spotting middle, but I think at this point you've got to just make the gamble. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Spirit are grouping together. Haven't going for an info flash. Spirit don't bite. And so he's actually going to rotate out.
No, don't do it, Faven.
Gives this up. Sees players crossing. Faven commits.
Oh, and DC gets the one.
But Big still have a tough call to make. 2 nades. Donk is at half health.
Oh, if that was Donk, it was done.
Looking for Shiro.
That was Donk, it was done. No, it wouldn't have been, because he's got 48. That was only like 24.
Around it, and Shiro scoped up on this line. It's the late arrival of Tabson, but he's given away his position with the nade, so they know he's closing in.
It's 1.
Brought down to 1 health, and as Donk goes forward, it's handed off to Shiro. 1 HP, and Tabson ring around the roses.
Well done, well done, well done.
The silent streak, Big back on the board.
Better late than never, hey. They can still close this game right now. They got a few more chances to do so for Spirit are right there. That was a scary, scary round. So important that Faven gets his 1 when he gives up that bomb site.
Timeout. Spirit, they want to see if they can catch more back. They've only got 4 rounds that they need to catch up on.
Still going. Breaking the 5-round streak in the second half.
You need to shoot. Listen to me now.
Saw Shiro talking a lot before this round. And so maybe
passionately talking.
Looking for an opener on that AWP again. He's over towards B, lobbing in a lurk smoke right now, so nothing super aggressive from him out of the gate.
It's all silent. What's gonna happen?
I'll say this, considering we've seen kind of vast quantities of util burned early, both teams are really holding on to it here. You know, we're under the minute mark now. Still have a lot of blocking util for Big. I think you're expecting them to have burnt a little bit more with how this game's gone.
Oh,
love that.
That's trying to do too many things at the same time.
A lean, and with players still outside of this B site, not impossible that you see this turn into a mid to B. 30 seconds as the bomb takes middle alongside Magic's.
Vent pop coming in. Faven in a very strong position. They might overlook him if they go too quick. JDC is drawing the attention with that smoke. Faven peeks out.
Faven's going ham.
Comes in. JDC can't do much here, but he is buying time. 10 seconds on that clock as the bomb crosses in.
Oh, Shiro's got to go
as
side.
well. This is a mess right now, but Spirit might be able to sneak it in.
Good job.
By dropping the bomb, and that is map point now for Big.
Oh, Donk survived there.
That is a round on the clock.
How did Donk survive? He would have died after time. Double stack there was not expected. Not expected at all.
Kills in this game. Not the highest fragger, but at 4K on the T side.
It's map point.
Early in that string of rounds for Big, and now getting a double kill here. Absolutely slowed the roll of Team Spirit. 5-round gap. Big just need one.
Was Faven viewed?
Big certainly owe Faven a great deal of thanks, right? Just a number of high impact kills over here towards B. Even the one that kind of led into that 2v2 that Tabson was able to close on.
Oh, high flash.
You hear BlameF? He's jump spotting. You know you've got this timing, and so Donk just goes early. Mid control taken for Team Spirit.
Can you? Oh, don't get spotted. See the AWP again. Smoke comes down. Shiro picks him, and even though that smoke misses, Spirit just have the numbers here. 5v3, they're going to go through.
No check on Forklift. Tabson good for his, but he's lost his teammates now entirely alone. Faven and Magix have traded places, and I'm not entirely sure how. Magix is in Z. So Faven catches them by surprise. But
that's 4v1. That's not a chance. No chance.
Bit of a messy one there. It's interesting how much Spirit are using Highway on this T side, right? It was their pistol, it was their anti-eco, doing it again. Short
Well, they like to take the Highway.
Still wanted to move up there the whole time. They're setting up flashes for it. Important entry from Donk. And Spirit, it's a kind of a hard crossfire to get through as we see, but they find a freeze there.
Big takes a time out.
To them in that 4v2.
That's a logical decision to do.
Big broken. Eco time. Tabson with a hero. Spirit not scared at all in this round. Straight up mid with Molly Smoke. Oh my god.
That's Donk dead. Right off the rip at the hands of a BlameF Eagle, and Tabson's gone back to his signature move. Now if they boost over, oh dear, that's the Tabson hero gun. They're trying to accelerate the pace. Who's been a real nuisance? It's been Faven in so many of these moments. Well, he's rejoining this double stack over here at B. Two pistols tucked in. Spot them both. Can't deal with it. JDC. Only good for the first. Three more players from Big moving over, and the bomb is here alone. Zontix is so late to this, arriving vent side. Surely it can't all come unraveled up against the pistols. There's a smoke down. Oh, pulling nades makes you a little nervous, but no punish from Big.
Is it gonna end this way?
And how are you meant to get through this? Molly on Shiro, just to buy you a few more seconds.
Sticking down.
For a swing out. Actually takes it to them and lines up a double. Left to
what?
Can't make it work. What a round out of
How did he lose that? What?
In some of these late rounds, he had that clutch early. And that is crazy to see Zontix just take this swing there. That's not really what you expect from this kind of player. Forces all 3 kills in a terrifying 2 versus 4 situation. Spirit pick it up. I felt like the eco was
12-9. It's getting close, boys. Will Big be big enough to take it over the line? Or will Spirit show some team spirit and get back?
4 by rounds. Straight out mid here for Donk. He gets his entry, but up top is JDC. And
He's cleared them out.
This map is another 4v2. So they've got past the orb. Spirit still have a chance.
Look at how quickly Big are rotating, though. They're leaving nothing to chance here. They know this is their opportunity at a knockout blow.
Oh. Magix is down to a tick and a health.
A valiant effort at this comeback. They
Bomb's not even down yet.
They certainly had Big sweating, but if Magix doesn't clutch up now, cash falls in Big's favor. Molly forces a swing. From Big reacting. Yeah,
And done.
on that peak round the corner. So
GG, big job, big win.
it takes everything they had, but they will lock in the victory on their map pick. Cash goes their way. For Team Spirit, they've got to try and find some respite in the fact that they have warmed into this a little bit now. It's their pick of Dust 2 up next. If they want to dodge elimination, they've got to give it their all.
All the Dust 2 lovers, it's time for Dust 2 to come out. Be right back. Time to get some refreshments, everybody. It's half time. We're going to map 2.
What a result that came. Real quick and almost nearly out of control right there. Welcome back at EWC 26. Pretty good result, pretty good start in this series for Big. Let's talk about it. Jacob Pimvinicky, we got Dupree down on his side, and we've got a pretty lovely game of CS if you're a big fan.
I guess Spirit are not done surprising us so far this tournament. Naturally, their loss against GT How, that was a big one. In a best of one, we gave them the excuse, Peter, that, hey, you know, first game of the tournament, it's a best of one. GT How played well. Mirage, blah, 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 blah. We move into the second game of Team Spirit. They beat Luminosity 2-0, but they struggling massively to get the job done. And we think to ourselves, maybe we should pay attention to whether or not Spirit are not really feeling themselves at the moment. After watching Cash, Peter, I am now ready to say that they're not looking like themselves. What an abysmal start to the game. What a very poor performance, again, coming in from a team where it feels like the only player showing up, the only win condition they have is Donk. And I know it sounds a little bit silly to say that, yeah, we know Donk is great, we know he's the best player maybe to ever touch the game, but it didn't used to be like this. They could remain competitive without Donk necessarily being at his absolute best, but even him playing well is not enough to be competitive against, check notes, Big.
So, big start T-side. They showcase a ton of util prowess. They get to 7-0. Dupree, they're in control at this point.
Yeah, they're definitely in control. Both teams really struggle to find, you know, their footing on the T side, but I mean, obviously, I think the map pays in. I mean, that's one thing, that Spirit is not looking great on the map. It's more like the fashion that they end up losing. They had 2 rounds where they would forget that the door exists. Yep. Like 2 times Tamsin pushes out door, getting frags and winning one of them just by, you know, getting double kill the name in, and then seasoning control of the bomb. But it's also the stacks they have. Like, they have the reads, they have the right positions, but you just can't put the things together. Like, whenever they're supposed to be fighting and winning off the duels, they just don't do it. I mean, like, Donk is doing everything he can to try and keep Spirit in this one. And yes, I know this is Cash, and it's probably still...
There we go. And we're back after getting some refreshments. We are headed to Dust 2.
It's just gone missing, and that's worrying, right? Like, Spirit is 1 map away now from being eliminated.
And we have that example, right?
Donk top fragging.
Donk triple kill, still lose.
But that's exactly what I mean. Like, the read here from Spirit is perfect, right? Sure, they don't have like a ton of utility or like the right guns, but they have 4 players on this A bomb side. And Donk, you know, he even gets lucky by actually escaping the Molotov, and that sets him up to get like a lot of kills. But then you can see, like, they just look dysfunctional. Like, Donk does everything he can. He gets a triple kill here, and then you have something stuck now on side, hopefully to get something done, gets found out. And if you even look at the scoreboard at this point, the only one on the side of Spirit that actually has any frags is Donk.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about a team that have not put up anything up until this game.
6 rounds, 7 kills total. You know, Suntix got 1, and that's about it. As much as I agree, you know, because I think Spirit played abysmal on this map. And sure, you can blame the map to some degree, but I also do think Big played well. You know, the utility usage, the composure, the way that they were spacing on the map as well. It's clear to see that they've taken this opportunity to integrate Cash into their map pool, thinking, hey, this is a way in. You know, if we make Cash our stronghold, if we make that a super, super strong map, then sure thing, you know, over the next couple of months, you know, the teams like Na'Vi, Spirit, whoever picks up the map, they will even out the scoreboard. You know, they will get better because they're better players, they're better teams, they're better individuals, blah, 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 blah. But early on, this used to be a tactic for some of these underdogs team. As soon as a new map comes out, you jump on the map straight away because you can sort of even out the playing field. And to be completely honest right here, Big were the better team, you know. I know that it got somewhat close at the end of it, 12-9 here, but even the round where Tapson is flanking with a 5-7, getting a double kill, Donk and Suntix, I believe it is still winning a 2v4, right? So Spirit could have, I mean, probably should have lost 13-5. It wasn't a close game. Sure, they made a bit of a
probably
comeback, but that's on the side of Spirit and not Big.
Yeah, that Big drop 1 round. They hit B again. Bing bong up to 9-1, 10-2 first half. The next thing you know, it's a conversation also a little bit about Tapson v Donk, right? And that's basically all we got from one side.
That's OG Tapson. When was the last time you saw Tapson play this well, huh?
Oh, well, I can't remember, but I know that he has always been like that German player that has, you know, jumped the charts and being the one that could put up the biggest fight, right? And, you know, took a bit of a hit when, you know, he had to be...
Donk went head-to-head with the old Tapson.
Right, but the head-to-head right here, you know, like two players with, in my book, still very different calibers. Like, you know, Donk is still like miles ahead of Tapson, but it's good to see that the old guy can still, you know, kick a little ball sometime.
Yeah, a great performance from Tapson. As said, we gotta give credit to Big. You know, great performance from them, their team, all the players involved as well. Even when Spirit were making the comeback, you know, you could think to yourself, all right, Big, you've been in a position like this before where you've been up big time and then you lose grasp of the game, you're playing Donk and you start to be a bit nervous, but they got it closed out, Trace, before we got into those, you know, uncomfortable scenarios where you could maybe start to make the case that Spirit could push it into overtime.
Uncomfortable would be me saying Magic's with 2 kills in the first half. Now, what could be comfortable is Spirit washing away.
Yeah, that's a bit wild, eh? Only 2 kills.
See, here's the issue, right? Because I firmly still believe Spirit will win this series. I still have them as favorite to win the next 2 maps and progress into the playoff. I don't see them replicate this kind of performance on a map like Dust 2 again, but in my book, they're already lost. The fact that they're in the lower bracket, the fact that they're down a map to Big, the fact that they're 1 map away from being eliminated in a 16-team playoff. Sure thing, go ahead and win the next 2 maps, but you're not walking into that playoff with any sort of confidence that you can win the entire tournament. And I know that can change in the blink of a second. You go into playoff and it's all of a sudden a new tournament after a couple of days off, but nobody watching Spirit right now is thinking to themselves, hey, that's a team that can win the trophy in a week's time. You know, that's not installing any confidence whatsoever right now. It's Donk trying to keep them alive, and unless Donk
it's true.
then
It's not a team dominating; it's a team trying to survive.
Like, Donk usually shows up. Like, even when Spirit looks the worst, he still seems to be.
They almost lost to Luminosity on those two, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Luminosity.
I still think that Cash plays in massively here. I mean, I think it was clear to see that Spirit had a lot of issues, not only on the CD side, but also some of the T rounds. You know, it did came down to the wire. You know, some of like it did really needed Suntakes and also Donk, you know, to bail them out of those situations, right? Whereas those two, you know, we all know how good they are on the map, and then that is also what comforts me a little bit. You know, it's not the first time that we have seen an underdog take a map away from a favorite by, you know, playing this new orthodox map that has come into the map pool in the beginning of a new season. And as you mentioned, Jacob, that is sometimes a very big card that the underdogs can have, that they've just put in the hours and, you know, the elite teams haven't. It's not going to be an excuse, because it's more or less like, it's not like Spirit as individuals don't know how the map is designed and how to function out, right? But it's when they get pressured, when they lose map control, when they don't know, they only have maybe like 5-6 rounds, you know, to kind of figure out what to do against a specific thing, and they just couldn't solve that today.
Yeah, not yet.
Couldn't solve the puzzle.
Get a breath of fresh air. Or did I say that right? A fresher breath of air. Whatever. Anyway, maybe they get some of that.
Maybe he needs some fresh breath air.
Then we get the jump to Dust 2. We find out if Spirit have any of just that. Team Spirit. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Esports World Cup.
Yeah, now we're just waiting for the next match. We've got Spirit vs Big in the second map. It will be Dust 2, the map choice of Spirit. Now the question is, if Big gets up to a good start, does that put some doubt into Spirit's minds? They will be coming off a little bit of a uptick, because previously in the previous map they did get back. They were like, what, 10-2 for the first half, and it ended 13-9, I think. So it got tight. It did get tight. But yeah, now we just wait for the second map, which starts in 7 minutes 40. During that time, perhaps we can look at some highlights of previous matches. Who do we have there? Navi versus Mongols. 8-8. Second half is starting. We've got Navi on the CT side with Mongols on the T side. Let's have a look. This happened earlier today. While we wait.
2 from him. Job done. Makaze and Ima saving comfortably.
So wonderful can be dropped an ult from Ima or Alexi. There's lots of cash, and we'll get this
Machine and Sponge on the comms.
bank balance. And with all 5 staying alive, that's good signs for the Mongols.
Good sounds for the Mongols.
It was Blitz, excuse me. Darkmeister was the one up ramp, getting his double kill, but still, regardless, the timing was perfect. And made it look very easy to seize control on that B side. Wonder if they can replicate that.
Door smoke, so Roland Molly becomes a whole lot more difficult.
No lane molly. Free strides. They'll do the HEs instead, though. Look how difficult that's become. Makaze's down. They've taken him down. It's up to him to fill his shoes, and he will. Sprays down another. Oh, and 9-10 the next victim. That is just a massacre in mid.
Well, look like Emma, you know, he's worried about Heaven. Didn't know quite where to put the crosshair. The fact he adjusts into that and just locks it down, very important.
That was wild.
From the Romanian there.
It's got to be one of the quickest rounds you're going to see.
We're going to point out Alexi having a bit of a map here. 17 kills.
The massacre.
Shut down. Oh, well, the Mongols, with all 5 staying alive in the previous, they can get another full gunny.
Orp for wonderful.
He's got to hit this one. Darkmaster with a lot of space. The boy's just making a play.
He is on his own. I say that, the flash is perfect. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Bit finding an awful lot of connection there.
Just 4 health.
Slipping towards CT. Him is around the long side.
They have to know this is possible,
Yeah,
surely.
you'd think so. You certainly
Wonderful
would.
is about to rage.
Of course he is.
Oh my god.
This is so outrageous. Darkmeister catching the loop. Catching the wrap. Catching one hell of a backstab.
That's wild. That backstab is wild.
Okay, Makaze will finally put him to rest. Mission accomplished, though.
My eyes are on Techno because he's the one who's going to make this save quite difficult for Na'Vi. Saw Alexi's reaction there as well when that kill came in. I wondered, did they say it was possible? Was it an expectation that wasn't had?
Oh, it's such a good play. This like you've already thrown the lurk smoke a couple of times and done nothing with it.
Yeah,
this time you throw it and just flash for the long player.
You can see him on the cameras here. He's a big smile on his face, having a bit of a chat about how that unfolded, how good the flash work was. And on the other side, it's a bit of misery. So double digits reached first by the Mongols.
Because I thought the cave player would have seen him cross towards Speedway. Like there was that moment where they kind of intersected.
I think it's just weird to expect one guy, right? Because that's all it was. Yeah. There wasn't any follow through.
No.
And to continue pathing like that. So, you know, okay, he's got his kill. Maybe he's dipped into sight. Maybe he's fortifying this and the rotation come in. No, he's just continued to slowly creep and crawl his way into the back lines.
And dink, headshot, baby.
Nice kill from Techno, and now this lurky play from Darkmeister, which is a round winner.
They are hanging with the big boys.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Opening Gambit middle for Blitz.
They've used 3 flashes to try and get this space. There's the 4th. Darkmeister is out.
Not afraid to make a play. And play he shall. Im is there. Oh, his crosshair is too. An opening kill provided, but an immediate trade into a 4-on-4. Going to be boosting 9-10 up to look for Wonderful. He's actually elected for more of a donut line this time. Big Box has not been kind to him.
They do the tree boost again. Wonderful might be in a bit of stride.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Doing it silently.
A little boost.
He's safe on this angle.
2 on tree. Shadow.
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 Donut's on its way.
Oh.
They jump at him. They're doing it their way. Mongolian style. 3-on-3.
That was wow.
9-10 catches bit. One back. It's all onto Makaze's shoulders now, and 9-10's having absolutely none of it. This is starting to convince us we may need and require a 3rd map to get this team to the playoffs.
That's Mirage as the 3rd decider if we need to get there. And right now, just 2 rounds away. Na'Vi with a couple of these saves and the better cash they built themselves early should have enough to go around somewhat. Blade on the mic.
Coach is talking loud and proud. Will Mongols pull this to a 3rd map? It seems to be the case.
It's a FAMAS. So
do we go back yet? I don't think so.
Have some compromises.
2.5 minutes to left. Not yet.
That's a great way to deal with that donut, right? 2 players up on tree, they jump out, there's multiple bodies to try. It's a couple of times where Wonderful's had that to worry about, right? The Tech9 kill from Techno coming out main after the player entering, had that pathing to make life difficult.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think for Wonderful, he just can't, he's going to be screaming, why are these guys always in the air? Here it comes, look at this. Inspired, dismount, even a flash for good measure. Just they have consistently made it very difficult for Wonderful's expectations to be met. Here we go. Lurk smoke to start.
Game gets away from Navi here if they lose this. Sure, it's 12, but it's more the finances I'm concerned about.
Yeah, pressure onto Navi's shoulders here. And the wallbang puts Bit on notice. Very lucky to get away with his life. A dink back in combination with the nade matches that. Alexi first blood, but for how long? Bit's easy pickings. Just Techno catches 2. Imir tried to unload through the smoke. It's not worked out for him. Makaze cannot deny that plant.
He made noise as well.
Yeah, Darkmeister cognizant. To 4-on-3, 9-10 behind that door smoke. Tikuak as well. Feels like Alexi B.
Do they think somebody's up close?
Clear him, so maybe with Makaze.
Oh,
no!
What?
9 up close, but still the reaction speed from 9-10. It's Wonderful in a clutch with a FAMAS. A 9-10's AWP.
Nope, not today. 9-12.
Team to that third map. Mirage awaits, and Na'Vi left wanting in the financial department.
Right, well, it's going to need 3 straight rounds here just to take us to overtime. And they're going to have to do it the hard way. Wonderful had a bit of extra cash there, and he's able to bring in the M4. The rest of them are going to be hodgepodge, pistols, and SMGs. You've seen the flavor of this B lurk smoke. It's not new. It's just being one of the key moves for Mongols.
Danger, danger.
Guys, no secret when he's up close and personal. But if they just continue to try these A walkouts, this is an even better round to do it because there's no wall and there's very limited rifles. The Utah block's not there. They're in a strong position to close this down 13-9.
Dikoax clears, diligent, looking for Makaze and nailing the headshot.
That's a beneficial. Going in for the final kill for the win on the second map.
Now you want to leverage that advantage as best you can. You got MP9 and a 5-7 from Bit and Alexi towards that cave side, just playing either side of it.
After this round, we'll go back.
So it really will just come down to Wonderful on A? Is it really going to be, will he have no assistance, or will they start this scouting party in the right time? Now holding for this, easy for Blitz, short, headshot back. The 5-7 of Bit did damage. Wonderful still hiding out behind the box. And if you peek in, 9-10 is still scoped up here. Flash for him. It's perfect. It enables him to retreat.
Now you know there's 2 here. There's 30 seconds. You have to go.
Need that multi.
Oh,
Dark's
got a
found
kill.
Bit. And Wonderful unable to
No.
provide. So we're off to Mirage, folks. Both teams taking their opponent's map pick. And that is beautiful.
That is beautiful. Perfect ending. The timing's good. We're back to the main event. Spirit versus Big. Dust 2. Map 2.
Making it to a major, leaving legacy.
Trying to get to the
there
playoffs.
alone. And now going on to hit even harder here to punch up yet again. This would be quite an upset for Big. Don't count Spirit out. Donk on Dust, a new map, a Spirit that warmed up come the end of Cash.
Yeah, if you were going to look for some silver linings, that would be it, right? The idea, well, hey, at least they didn't just roll over and die. And down the stretch, Big was certainly getting a bit more nervous. Spirit had certainly started to show some of their expected form. But I don't know, nothing has felt safe. Nothing has felt sacred when it comes to Team Spirit here at EWC.
Recent games on Dust have been good, at least for Spirit, right? When we had Vitality lose this map just yesterday to Bait, it was coming off the back of 3 losses in a row. It was a shaky-looking Vitality who'd lost 4 of the last 8 series. On Spirit, I'd like to think are not in that category. I mean, remember, they just came off a grand final, albeit a loss, but good tournament otherwise.
Yeah, but are they on the low now? That's a problem.
Spirit just storm out mid to B.
So look for a mid to be here. At least that's the outlook from the util and the positioning. There is this triple stack for Big. It's so quickly reduced just down to
Mid to be
2.
split.
You're hoping that Blaymeth gets overlooked. He has been able to strike 1 from the tally. Out
2 or no more.
But it's still that B site falling, and Magic's in position.
You can hear the running.
These rotates. He hears Tabson bound for the tunnels. Knows about a player down here in CT, and they're looking to get rid of Griggs before he
Yep,
gets
Griggs
to play.
down.
Nice shot. When you see Magic's in that corner, Tabson knows he's been heard. He's been rumbled. So doesn't even give this a proper look in.
Nice close for Magix, but yeah, Shiro.
And he's down. Tabson doesn't start with a good start. Not like the previous round.
And then clearing Blame out, who was a couple of kills deep on Car. Dropped Dong coming through the door, so nice shots out of Shiro's P250. Save Spirit in this pistol. Good read from Big, but Spirit fight their way out.
Will the Deagles get a couple of headshots?
With 2 scouts and long taken. Blame has some util on A. It's definitely potential on the hold, but you're going to need to nail these first shots, and that will not help your chances. Donk.
At least Blame gets the head. Well, there we go. There's a dunk.
Fighting for the site has taken 2 wins,
Unlucky.
but no more. And the flank from Tabson, unable to find success. Spirit getting closer despite some damage. Zontix is lasering.
2v3.
On A. That should be enough.
Did they save those weapons for the next round?
Trying to bait first steps perhaps, but nobody's biting. Magix pulls back on low health. Spirit breathe easy.
It's definitely a better start for this round for Spirit. Previously, they were, what, 0-6, 0-7, I think, and they ended 10-2. At least this round, we've got kills on everybody, and not just Donk with 6 and everybody else in zeros.
Getting to the comfort of dust too, so relieving to see pistol secured, conversion found, chance to go 3-0 up. Because this CWC run has really felt like a fall from grace for this squad. You know, when you kind of look at like the last string of events for Team Spirit, they've either won the event in the case of like an Astana, or, you know, lost to the guys that would go on to win the event. Falcons at the major, Mao's in Bounty, obviously, where they played in the final. And even Rio going that far back, losing a Vitality. Like, these are not games that they're supposed to be struggling in. It's a championship level team running the risk of falling in the groups.
Yeah, that would be one of the biggest upsets if Spirit gets eliminated. Because it's also a 16-team playoffs. It's not like a quarterfinal where there's only 8. It's like 16, best of 16.
They've dodged the stack in this round. That's no real worries. It will be 3-0.
Yeah, Blame gets to save his M4, give it another go. Spirit, no real reason to risk bodies on the hunt. Tabson's gone overlooked. Maybe could 2-tap a rifle out of play, but Shiro's got his knife out. He's adjusting his seat. Come on, Tabson, what have you got? He's just waiting until he has the perfect timing. Don't wait too long. It's only Zontic's available now. Fight in middle. Bricks is nailing them, my god. And of course, Zontic's converts it. My god, that is an expensive round for Team Spirit.
Yeah, that's very expensive. Almost everybody dies. What the hell?
So hard. Shiro finds one more.
And the observer just wanted to stay on Tapson. While you're hearing shots going off elsewhere.
Very keen for Spirit to go chasing there. They lose a lot of guns. But I guess the benefit is less Galils, more AKs here in this first rifle round.
Shiro has like the dream spawn to hold the mid cross, so he's going to try and put this orb to work straight away.
He's holding for the orb. He didn't take a shot on the cross. Waiting for Griggs, who won't bite.
Oh, Donk saying to himself, man, these nades, both maps now, they've just been homed in on him.
I mean, it's Spirit. You know Donk is lower.
They keep on donking on donk.
Good prep there for Big.
Donk's the one guy with a Galil.
Would they expect somebody so close?
Oh, he's dead right away.
JDC.
JDC as they try and pick up the pace. One man's made it past. JDC heard this, but not able to deal with it.
Would they expect Blame F?
Around with these smokes, and in amidst this, players cross past Blame F with a freebie.
Oh, good job.
Left to Shiro as the last man, and he's trying to escape by the looks of things. I don't think Tabson's going to let him. Tabson's been very involved on both of these maps, like already being super active here on Dust 2.
Seeing some long pushes out of him as well. It's a lot of fun. Maybe feeling like he has a read on this position.
It's not Shiro this, because that kill now has opened up a route into the bomb site.
Yeah, luckily Tabson's really fast. So as soon as Blame gets contact, not even needed, Tabson's there and locked in.
Good job.
Big on the board. Not too late either. And okay, now
Yeah, that makes for an exciting match.
back to the previous round where Spirit hunted those exits
and lost everything,
and they have no money. So
And they've been broken after one round. Ooh. That puts a big spanner in the works.
We've seen games where it's like Spirit don't hunt,
they don't hunt when
and we're
they
like,
should.
why aren't they hunting? But that was not one of those rounds, you know.
Oh,
JDC
tag.
tagged on the cross, but there's just one AK on Donk. Unbenched the whole team.
But with that,
It's a little quip there from Hugo.
Yeah.
Not a leak.
with the scout shot, you could hear them there nubbing on a smaller buy then. Wouldn't that be an indicator, right?
Spirit, the master of the mid to B. Always a threat. But it looks like they just want to hit upper. 3 players here.
That flash from Blame F might like feign the idea that you've kind of full retaken this mid space. Sure, they have JDC watching it. That's who the flash was for. But I think if you just heard that in your team Spirit, you're a little bit paranoid. They flashed through, retaken middle. So you're going to try and re-clear with Donk.
Just Donk.
But soft on the B hold.
JDC last time, really solid double kill here. This time it's Favin playing for first contact.
Tapping down on take 9. That's given up the site.
That's going to give rise to a bomb plant, and JDC actually gets dealt with from those players crossing.
Oh, it's a loss.
You know, Big think they know what Spirit are doing, and that's why the upper hit's so good for Spirit. It's just one man out middle. Big want to prioritize. Okay, usually Spirit will have 3 players, maybe even 4 players coming out mid to B. And if we
Oh, that's a save on takes and a scout.
Support from CT, but Spirit just have Donk there, and so even though he dies for nothing, all his team are getting the space from upper B.
It's a bit unfortunate, eh? Watch it to approach B when you hear they've got a scout, basically, so you know the buy is less. He would think take down in scouts.
Hit there for Spirit with pistols in. Most of their players get out with the round. A bunch of upgrades at that, so doing more with less. An expensive loss here for Big.
That's unfortunate.
Magix gets his kill as well, just jiggling with the Tech 9.
Jiggle, jiggle. Yeah, the jiggle is a strong jiggle, especially with the Tech 9. I'm glad that the Tech 9's back in the meta, basically. I do enjoy a good running gun when you got a Tech 9 layout with everybody.
Putting themselves in strong positions.
I think if you're Spirit, everyone actually quite likes that, right? The idea that it's not taking these hulking individual efforts, you are just kind of outmaneuvering your opponent. Sure, it's a team that very much can win just on direct firepower, but you've seen them go from looking a little lost at the start to now feeling some comfort on Dust 2, which is nice. Nice shot from that Grix AWP, but this short space is not free. Magix thinking he's gonna have a timing there once the AWP drops down.
That's the whole idea from Big. You can see how shocked Magix was on the cam. Runs into 2 players after the AWP drops.
To death like that, you're thinking, okay, they've done their homework then.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
It's just an unorthodox setup. And actually, Spirit are hoping that they've overcooked with that 5-on-4, that they've reset entirely. They're not entirely wrong, but Big is still playing it safe. Taps has got this molly. Grix can support with utility. Spirit are executing.
I'm still hitting the stack.
On the scene up from CT, it's Grix and Tapson playing next. And even though Shiro will get his one, low HP on this AWP, not impossible, but Grix doesn't miss.
Good defense. Good defense by Big. That was a good bait and switch.
Pretty clean round for Big when all is said and done.
That was a good bait and switch.
Stack, but you know, getting past the cross there, and Blame has a very fast rotation. Big hit all the shots required. Really much util to note there for Spirit.
Yes, baby!
Spirit have put a bit of money into this round. It's nothing crazy, fairly modest. But a couple of smokes, couple of flashes, and a few upgraded pistols. So what's Magix up to? What's he cooking?
I don't know. Is he cooking with fire? Or perhaps he's cooking with gas?
I think Big burns some util.
Yeah, you're just hearing it passively, right? Like all those dollars going down the drain.
Ching, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's how Muddy would sound.
Yeah.
The sound of funny.
Either, so
it's funny.
it's on car. Spirit have a lot of space. They're about to find out.
That's a stack going down middle. Going up short.
Only Tanir has Kevlar at long. Spirit 30
All the
seconds.
don't fire.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 missed shots for Grix, and Spirit get a bomb plant.
Why is it so passive, boys? Big man.
One of the best platform for these shots either, right? That's where the little
That's a good nade, but...
One Deeks can win you this round.
You're going to lose Tanir long, but you still have all of short for this post plant. This is good util to slow it down out of Big.
Yeah, but you're feeling... Because they can sneaky bomb it.
Hard round to lose for Big. When
Sounds funny.
Like this, they just got to do it together. Time everything well. Watch their back for lurkers and just move up CT. Donk and Zontix with Deagles. What can they do?
Big is still paranoid that there's more to this, but it is just 4 players out on short.
Here they go.
So they'll stop holding the extremities now, move in on the back of that Grixor. Donk
That-
doesn't do nothing with that Deeg.
It feels like that could have gone worse. It feels like that could have gone worse. A lot worse.
Reminds me of those early T-side rounds on Cash for Big, where they hit the bomb site and it is everybody side by side, like nothing, and then 5 players on your screen. Big really good at their spacing
tick, tick.
these kind
Boom.
of rounds. So that's just, I think, some credit to Big on how clean they make that. Don't lose a single player. Sure, there's not a lot of threat anyway, but if you do string out, you can lose. So not a single casualty for Big. And their economy is in ship shape. Grix making a play.
Ooh, Tapson gets a kill and he gets out. BlameF doesn't.
Crazy in this round. BlameF top mid, Grix lower. Tapson gets up long, and JDC just re-swings. On control, but Tapson still maintains the car position. Donk is walking into B. Can the bomb get out?
I mean, it certainly can.
Will Shira keep them a hold, or will Shira move?
Grix seems aware. Oh, he saw him.
Oh,
No.
did he? He did not spot him.
Please tell me BlameF was on his POV.
He didn't see
He
him.
mustn't have been. Yeah, Donk was on his screen.
Oh my goodness, getting faked out on that long smoke as well. Donk is still in a really committed position. If Big come and clear this together, that's their best bet. But don't count out Donk from doing something disgusting here in mid. Ooh. Oh,
He told Shira.
Shira can hold that. Magic's can plant. This is brewing. 2 players.
He knows both of them are upstairs.
Actually, this is so tough for Big. They've got
What?
layers of lurkers to get through. Shiro's off. Oh,
And he
that's a
misses.
really rough
Okay,
miss.
just one.
One guy's made it through. You tell him.
Oh,
Donk's
no.
dead out here.
Oh, this is no.
Positions, but you had to hit your shots. Magic's at least holds the line still. There's a lot of bodies coming his way. As Magic's left scrapping on his own, Shiro wins his fight back in the tunnel. Tabson, time's low, time's ticking. Molly in at the tunnels to try and keep Shiro at bay, and Tabson.
What? Will he get it?
Seconds to spare, he's got it. He has saved this round.
Another millisecond defuse, sweet mother.
To think that there's no way Big can win it, to think they've definitely got it back the other way with a 2K from Magic's, and still Tabson clutches.
Yeah, that's a good time for a timeout. Especially Big called it. Oh.
Big. What a day they're giving us. What a game they're giving us across both these maps.
That's beautiful.
Making the impossible seem possible. They had nothing going for them there. No information, no position, post-plant, Spirit knowing where everyone is. And can you believe Donk doesn't get a single kill there in middle?
He saw everybody, but he didn't get a kill.
What is this Tabson renaissance we're having?
He's having a great tournament.
Tabson's going crazy.
Series versus Team Spirit.
Oh dear.
That is one of the rounds of the match. It had everything. It had sneaks. It had visuals. It had backstabs. Oh, so good.
Big have got to be rubbing their hands together right now. They're in such a powerful position. They've got great money and a chance to sweeten the deal in this round if they're able to keep it clean. You're about to try and take the lead. This is Spirit's go-to. And you would be the guys in pole position and not impossible to dislodge for the remainder of the half. You're going to be buying in every one of these rounds.
It's a really scary game now for Spirit.
IMF has had some great util across this series as well, right? Always being threatening with it, always keeping pressure on.
Ooh, that's going to be good.
One guy getting out on a mid to be, and they're hoping
How did he miss him? Ah, he didn't miss him.
Out of Big, make a bit of room for this short take.
Ooh, the Deeks can do damage.
And with BlameF to assist. Donk's the Eagle.
Oh,
Donk and Shiro claw it back. Now it's just down to Donk, but he's got hot hands. 2 off this Deagle already.
Donk dink.
Looking for even
Donk is
more.
dinking.
Final kills right there. This was meant to
Any
be
utility,
the
just a
big round.
flash.
A chance to make money, a chance to take the lead, and Donk's dig.
Oh, the good reposition.
Don't you love how fearless Favon is as well? It's Donk 3 kills in, 3-1 Deeks in.
Good reposition. Go forward. Didn't expect it.
Swings and commits to position. Felt like Donk didn't realize he got out there with that flashbang. Favon, no fear against the world's best, and Big do get rid of that eco. Spirit almost win another low economy round, but not meant to be. Big a timeout to catch their breath, caught off guard. But they are still heading in the right direction. Trading rounds against Spirit.
One big drop, Spirit. out of contention for the Esports World Cup. Stay tuned.
This is starting to get scary for Team Spirit. This is home territory. Oh, Shiro just killed JDC on the cross.
That's a good start.
He laughs it off. What else can you do?
Yeah, it's like, just, it's mana wave, boys, mana wave.
Hate to die like that. Big have just been fearless with their gambles. 3 strong still on A. They just leave Grix alone, having the AWP, perhaps giving them some more faith about this B site. But it's very exploitable on a mid to B. There's nothing Grix could do if Spirit go out middle.
It hasn't really been out of long, right? There's been almost nothing out of long.
tabseN here's him coming.
He's asking for a flash. He's asking to go. There's a lot of dudes around this corner. Block smoke comes in. tabseN leaves it with a bit of spam. Flash again. tabseN playing it forward.
Only gets the one.
Only good for the first, but you get a lot of info from that. You saw a lot of bodies on that smoke push.
This is huge.
Have an AWP, miss
Ooh,
shot.
miss and miss. That's a save.
Past Blame F. Team Spirit breathe a little easier. They do good on that opening kill. And they will convert on the back of it. A 5v4 from the get-go. So Spirit tying this game up again.
No point are you out of the woods. Does it feel like in this kind of match?
Oh, you've seen that AWP now. You want it. You want it gone. Only way you're going to break Big's money is to stop them on these saves. You want any freebies before the end of the half.
One more kill from Grix is a problem for Spirit as well. Just like that. Sure, he loses his AWP, but Spirit, it's expensive for them
That's
too.
expensive, boys.
They need 2 drops here. One player won't have everything.
Spirit suffering from a lot of expensive hunts,
Maybe
if you want to call it
it's
that.
worth it just to get rid of that pesky AWP. 5-5 now, 2 rounds on the half.
I think it's
It's fine if Spirit win this round, right? But that's still the if. Grix still has his AWP. Safe across on middle this time. Spirit straight out long.
These mid walks are something Big. I've attempted a couple of times now. Spirit have always had eyes on it. How fearless tabseN is over here on long. You admire it, but you're also a little nervous because you know that this Shiro AWP is hungering for someone to come swinging out.
I like that molly. Oh, it has set off the smoke though. Gap in that. They're going to have to re-smoke it. Rotate coming in. How's this going to go? Because JDC is up top middle and Zontix is running around. Just about converts that kill. Now Spirit know they're locked in. They have to go forward.
Flash for a peek. tabseN sent through that smoke. Nades find good damage and a bit of a gap here, but it's down to timings for Grix. Backstab out of JDC. Oh. 2 players holding for it. He gets a dink off before he's deleted.
Rough.
And as Faben's getting spammed, trying to extract anything from these very forward positions. They know where Grix is.
What?
Oh!
What?
Don't go giving him this! And he knows he's on for it.
That is ridiculous.
Round of your life, a round of your dreams.
This match is delivering all the highlights.
You have dreams about,
What?
visions about that play. play, trying to recreate.
Spirit's gonna have freaking nightmares.
Single bullet in the air. 2 no-scopes. Donk hit 2 phenomenal kills here. And
Donk's like, what?
just one-ups it. Single bullet. Get out of my server, Shiro.
I don't believe it.
And he clips him 9 middle.
I don't believe it.
Get out.
What? That's redonkulous.
I am lost for words. Shiro just got humbled. Back-to-back rounds.
Highlight of the year so far.
What did we just see?
You don't get rounds like that every day, do you?
You don't get rounds like that ever.
Oh.
That was like 0.1% chance things happening back to back to back.
All right, Spirit, how do you keep your head strapped on? Can Donk? No, he can't. His head's off. And Sia as well. Blame does a lot of damage.
That would have been sticker worthy or graffiti worthy if it happened in a more important match, like a semi-final or a final or something.
Not a problem. Or maybe it is, because Magic's has killed rotation. Griggs, getting caught.
What?
Careful, Magic's throwing it back in his face. 2-on-2 now.
Do they have any nades?
Low health here, Spirit. They just need
No.
instant headshots. Oh, I think JDC. Magic's is so tucked in here. How's he gotten here so quick?
Snuck the whole way.
Oh, he shot too early.
Now leaves it to Tanir.
What's he got?
Not trigger happy. Cost him.
And he's stuck fighting here. He needs 2 clean kills.
Headshot angle.
This to time. You just got to win the fight.
Unlucky. Yeah, it's good trade. 7-5. Good job, Big. We're at halftime, everybody. Go grab yourselves a couple of snacks, some refreshments. The second half is going to be interesting. Let's see if Big has a couple of executes that can execute Team Spirit and send them packing early on.
They moved away from it very
Be right
quick.
back.
And it was their most successful round. Sure, there weren't many of them. It was 4-1 off the start. But that is really rough. I mean, Harry, the last 4 rounds that Big won in that half were 1v1s. You just feel like, you know, you're a millisecond away from taking this map. And now Spirit are down 2 rounds at halftime. 4 huge clutches for Big.
We all know the clutch we're thinking of. Dude, this Big team are great. At the major, they gave us the insane comeback. Now you got this Griggs 1-on-3.
They got such good long spawns. Okay, they won't take him. Spirit running up mid.
It's just a big content farm. And Spirit don't want to trifle with that. You see players holding, decide to call it off.
Okay, running around. Tanir, no support here. Needs something good. That's a start. Taps him. Sickening shot. 2 more on the corner. Swing together. Jumping cork. And Shiro's got 1 more. But reload is a problem. It goes both ways. Griggs turns around and taps out 2 more. This kid is nuts. 3 headshots. And Big take the pistol.
I don't believe it. Griggs is having game of life.
What is it with these young Orbers on Dust 2 at this event? Sizzy did it to Vitality. Griggs is doing it to Spirit. These rounds are so punishing. Bop, bop.
I can't imagine it. I can't believe they haven't called a timeout for him at any point. He's just going round to round to round. How don't you have endless adrenaline right now with these moments that Griggs is having?
Where are Hallie's timeouts as well? You got to wonder, right? Like, these rounds have been so close. Really frustrating rounds to lose.
Yeah, are we ready for the second half?
Griggs might actually be the main character. And I think when you see him winning rounds like that and you're Big, how doesn't that pump you up? You know, how doesn't it feel like this is just meant to happen? That's got to be the vibe that they're all feeling.
Oh, blame farming.
Oh, he's just nailed Donk through the box.
Dude, the worst part about that, like, Griggs, yeah, okay, it's that game, isn't it?
Oh, yes, Big. We've missed you. Boy,
There's a couple of things, but nothing. Nothing.
Well, Tapson's just been playing out of his mind as well in both these maps.
Yeah, Tapson's been tapping.
Great
Donk's being dunked on. He's going home. See, that's the thing what I thought earlier. Is
and Grix is the main character here on Dust 2.
Donk is dying.
That spirit timeout second called here. Hallie on the mic.
Just think about like the stark contrast as to what the vibe is in these two teams. For Big, you know, eyeing up a playoff run all the way from the open qualifiers, by the way, right? The idea that they've been grinding, this is what it was all for. Play through, you've been out here in Paris for a week. This has been the one thing on your mind. And in the game that gets you there or sends you home, it feels like Counter-Strike just wants it to be you. For Team Spirit,
oh, Donkey's struggling this map.
Runners to be a contender for the trophy. They were meant to be one of the three big dogs fighting for the trophy in EWC, and they're staring elimination dead in the face.
Yeah, make no mistake, 4 rounds.
And elimination seems angry.
Going home here in Paris. Team that just came off the back of a grand final. Look at the util. Spirit have nothing. They got 2 smokes and a molly and an HE. It's the first gun round, and it's coming at a cost.
And there's a flash at least.
Tania struggling.
No, that's a decoy. Good shot. Good job, son.
That is going to pull Shiro over to lend a helping hand, and they've at least shut down this.
Oh, JDC. It's on 4.
How much BS can one guy pull off? He's got JDC still in this round alongside him. And
that's crazy.
That no round feels
and he donks on Donk.
Donk in the open. This was meant to be Spirits all day. This was a scout and a wounded JDC clawing this one back.
Well, one grenade would work, but he's got nothing.
You want this? Come and get it. They've got no reason to go swinging into him. Zontic's hoping that eventually, you know, nerves get the better of them, that they'll count down 3, 2, 1, give him the fight. That's not happening. Zontic's dead. Grix can do it all. Big can't set a foot wrong.
That's a perfect beat for Zontix to isolate the fights of Grix crouching on the safe plan, and Grix just insta-kills him. Both players in the red. Not a problem. Tania 5v3 this round. Shiro made it 4v2. And then boom, JDC and Grix just happen.
Like, we will have that. So this is ours now. Thank you.
Can do about this game.
It's crazy.
Big are looking for another miracle run. A team that many said fluked their way to a major, that farmed lesser teams to get VRS, to get to Cologne. Well, now they're doing it against one of the world's best.
That's a button in the pocket.
To be order of the day. 3 strong our spirit, just pistols.
Ooh, that's good.
They are going into this stack. Dong's Deagle put down. Grix. Oh, buddy. He's at it again. Dead after the double. It's left to Favin. 1v1 now. And
Favin and Shiro
grabbing his weapon of choice, but instead he's played for the space. He's closed in quickly out towards the double doors.
What do you expect it?
Favin dead as he rounds the corner, and so Team Spirit low econ round picked up and going their way.
You got to give to Shiro that is a ballsy call to make, to not go for the orb, to not go for the position, hold the window, to walk up with a P250.
Feels like it worked massively in his favor as well, right? Because Favin is anticipating the orb on a long sight line. You even see that with the utility.
Yeah, that was good. did the unexpected.
Okay, it's a big step in the right direction for Team Spirit, but they've still got one hell of a journey left.
It has to be the fire starter here. Shiro triple kill on the P250. And Spirit, the chance to break Big's money here and now. Is that round the turning point here for Spirit?
Yeah, I think also, you know, like sometimes when you're in this flow state and everything's just going right, it's hard to go back to, and you really want to, right? If you get offset in a couple of these rounds, if you take a couple of stumbles, that's sometimes where you see this momentum just die out completely. Not saying it's happened yet. Griggs is still 21-8. Big is still in the lead.
Yeah, don't take the foot off the gas.
No matter what, he's got his AWP, and so Bigger banking on it in this game. Made a bit early.
Yeah, a little early. Not in the pocket today.
See behind the smoke. Holding for long control that's not coming. We've got Tania locked in.
That's a bit... No. Two ticks. 2 ticks a hole.
He better be locked in, because he is fighting here, right?
Hey, he got 2 last time. New position for him. Shiro not supporting. Has 1 flash. Oh, easy, you'd think, but JDC wins the spam battle. Tania's time to shine.
Multi-kill in this position last time, going to try and do it again. Grix goes hunting on that AWP for Shiro, but can't quite find him, and that just lets Tania feast.
Flame F coming with doubles.
Back to a 1v2, but 15 seconds.
He's got a Galil. He's not winning this one, yeah.
So another great hold out towards the long side from Tania.
Yeah, felt like there were
He's putting it back. Well done. Well done.
He's got a shot on Shiro, who's looking the wrong way. Flame plays a little bit earlier as well. Players open in CT,
but while we wait, all the guys who are watching, if you can subscribe to the channel, that will be wonderful. We can increase the numbers. There shall be some more co-streams tomorrow as well, where we have more elimination matches. And then next week, where we have the playoffs. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week as well. But let's see if Spirit can take us back to a map 3. Or will Big pull it out on map 2.
Blame on the save. Everyone else full eco.
My money's on Big. For some reason, it just feels inevitable.
He just gets out. I don't think they know. I don't think they know. Okay, Tania's going to check it. Phew.
I think he knew.
Or at least had an idea.
Okay.
We don't lose the Glocks.
Yeah, like that's...
Oh,
that would be embarrassing.
But he didn't see them. Okay, awkward.
That's fine. Don't see it.
Yeah, just pistols. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Continue closing in on a tie game.
Donk's still smiling. Spirit is still dangerous.
Yeah, Dunk is designed to be like, yeah, let's just kill everybody. We don't care.
Again, the Spirit winning that eco round. Now it's 3 straight.
Yeah, and a happy Dunk is dangerous, Dunk, and Dunks are really dangerous. Ooh, that smile is dangerous.
A lot more, everything was just flowing before, right? You were just doing. You're hinging on every word of the calls. You're very communicative. You're in that flow state where everything feels effortless. But now this is going to take a lot of effort. I hope Big don't start overthinking, because it's very easy to do that in these tense positions. You can feel the lead getting away from you. You can feel Spirit breathing down your neck.
Especially if you're the underdog, right? You can start overthinking quickly.
To put a bit more distance between themselves and Spirit again. No AWP in play for this Big T side.
They want to end B. Lesser weaponry, lesser utility. Feels like a perfect storm, but Magix is hedging his bets. Cat is quiet. No util has been used. It gets reblocked. Big put a lurk smoke down on this site, and looks like they're going to go pretty early in this round. Minute on the clock, they're out middle. Magic's keeping the pressure on. Only Zontix on this side.
Spamming.
Spam comes in. There's the flank from Tania.
Wow.
Hell of a recovery. This is the Tania show, set up with a double on the flank, and Grix has got to save, or at least battle his way out of this round, because Tania is looking for another triple kill. Right behind him.
Will Grix be patient?
That smoke is not stopping Spirit.
Oh, Spirit's putting it back.
Tania has leveled up in this game. He had 6 kills. He's now up to 15 in the last few rounds. Triple kill, double kill, and some change.
And just what a perfect time for it, right? For Team Spirit. Have him doing this. He's been handed a number of long plays. Even when they try and put distance between themselves and Tania, he's still getting involved.
For Spirit,
and they really needed him too, right? Like this, there's been a series in which Magix, Zontix both had their struggles. Zontix had some important rounds on Cash, but hasn't really factored into this one. Donk, his stats a little inflated after that mowdown versus the Glocks in middle has been largely irrelevant.
I mean, his best round was the 2K on A side before Grix got that no-scope round. I thought Donk did, he had a phenomenal round there. Saved them from a rough situation, only for them to go and lose. So, been relatively tame as Donk in this map. Wasn't the case on Cash.
Well, they also get the victory with a bunch of Tech 9s and a Scout, because that is something that Spirit did previously.
Spirit is still here.
I see a Grix Scout.
I see Tania on long.
True. Clash of the Titans.
Flash dodged. Tania goes back for more.
He ain't backing down from this.
Oh, double taps.
Has Grix pinned in behind the
Blame's got 2 donks.
He's fighting this every step of the way. Shut down of the short take. And Blame F 1v3, 35 seconds. They know where he is. There's no winning this with the
He's got 12 ticks, but can he make it costly?
Really for Blame. Would love another kill to keep the damage up, but at this point, Spirit is so rich, and they're believing in this comeback. This is a 5th round in a row for Spirit. I think you've got to give, Spirit win this game a lot of credit to survive some of the things that have happened to them in this map. They felt out of commission. This was 10-5 down.
That's true.
Spirit persevered, and now the score evens up. And it's big who are feeling the pain.
Spirit's fighting back. Fanyan does too. Their defense is defending. Shocking, I know. Unexpected even, some would say. Donk being out-donked by Tania and Shader. That was close.
Do Big have anything in the pocket here? They need multiple successful gun rounds with how rich Spirit are. Can't fluke your way to a win at this score. Warp is close, ahead of the Molotov, but Shiro nails his shots.
But he burns a bit. Not a lot of damage, that's fine.
Not again, Tania. Oh, he's dodged that molly at least. But look at how keen he is to get involved. Backing himself. Not a pickable position here, really. Smoke comes in on B. Grix can't get another kill. He's had 3 rounds with deaths without a kill.
I'm worried it's feeling a bit like that cooling off, right? And now you're desperately chasing the high again of where you were.
These are kind of limp fakes as well, right? You're trying to make it look like a mid to B, but they're going for this A split. Blame moving pretty quick. Gonna bail. Long control. Orp out middle. They're all over the shop. The Spirit don't know right now. They're going to get peeked at long. Shiro just gets on that angle in time. 20 seconds. This is petering out.
Oh, good
Oh, he turned around at the worst timing.
Grix, a dead man, out alone in middle, and trading places around this smoke. Magix gets in behind them. That's a double on a platter for Magix. Team Spirit into the lead as the cracks are showing for Big.
Yeah, they've run out of steam. They've definitely cooled off, missing some shots, missing some timings, can't find opening.
Getting
kills.
antsy. That's the thing.
Not afraid at this point.
When you're the underdog, you don't know how to win when it's expected.
Stepped up in this map when you compare it to Cash.
Come on, Tapson.
You know, this is Shiro who got jump shot in that 1v1 and got insta-ult mid-doors. I felt like he was going to be in trouble here, but great recovery alongside Tania. And the Spirit show resilience.
Some would say Spirit shows a bit of spirit, eh?
Credit is due. 2 rounds away from taking us to Mirage.
It's a real test of your composure. Spirit have leveled up. Started with Tania and Shiro, but now you're getting more mileage out of everyone. And for Big, you know, they're sitting here thinking that this last week of playing, they don't want to leave it to the chance of a third map. They don't want to leave it to the chance of Mirage. Especially not when you had such an opportunity on this second map.
Get out. Blame tries to chase there. Almost catches players. Big bail from what looked to be a B hit. 3 players coming back down lower.
Yeah, you saw 2 guys cross on the B hill, right? So you know there's a bit of a B lean right now for Spirit. You see that Shiro's quick to try and undo this. And as they hear him shuffle back in mid, he may just look to recommit to this B hit after all.
I thought I heard some music in the background. I was like, what the hell was that? That was weird.
Spirit have shuffled indeed with no utility left in this round. Gonna need Zontix and Donk to hold strong, and these 2 players have been struggling in this CT side. Donk with the AK at back plat. Feels like a dream. It's the pressure of the mid to be. Gonna be overwhelming as Blade goes charging. Magic stops him. It's up to Donk and Zontix.
Mid component getting dealt with. Donk, quick work made over the tunnels push. Grix does
Unlucky. Nope, not today. Match point. Well, game point at least. Or map point rather.
Thinking, that's the round I've been waiting for, man. Just dry fights. Just people peeking me. Some actual duels in this game.
Didn't Big have some utility on that round?
Winning that out on B. And what a run of rounds for Team Spirit. 7, looking for their 8th in a row to end this map.
Big, take this one so we can at least take it to the last map, eh? Or the last round. Make it a full sweep. But they just had no answers. Faven was nowhere.
Grix, one final try. Shiro give him the chance. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he could have gotten it. Nice, that was a nice bait and switch again.
You got to be thinking about this B hit. Zontix has not had a kill on this B bomb site. Tania again, hoping to come through with some long doors aggression. But in a 4v5,
Stapson is thinking about it.
Very carefully, and he does so right as they've
Oh, what's the timing on that?
Who started this entire streak for Team Spirit? It was his reactivation coming alive, and now he's got them in the palm of his hand. Deals with the Grixor.
But then now, no, it needs to go.
You know rumbled in this round. You just got to commit, trying to come through the smokes. They go right in as Shiro. Zontic's there fighting alongside.
Don't get stuck at the door, boys.
Fighting a losing battle as Team Spirit, against all odds, are able to turn this one around.
Cast the curse them. As soon as I said they're gonna win, they lost.
The score's going to be settled on a deciding map. We're going to Mirage.
Needed it, had to have it, and we're definitely going to get it. Mirage.
One of the classics, Mirage. The ever-present map, the one that never leaves.
What they had in this series, and then Spirit with the swift response. But as it stands, yeah, Mirage to settle the score here between Spirit and Big.
If anything, there was some resilience coming out of Team Spirit. It wasn't a great performance. It wasn't them playing up to par, but they stayed alive for long enough, Peter, in order to make the comeback and force this series into a third map. Again, I gotta say, Spirit are far away from playing like the team who came into this tournament ranked #1 in the world on the VIS standings. So far, they've looked like a shadow of themselves. But this time around, at least they got the job done. At least they got the win here in Dust 2 to give themselves, I guess, another chance of getting the job done on Mirage. But oh my.
Unfortunately,
just keeps on giving, right? You know, it's almost like this series deserves to have a third one, you know, because both teams are like fighting with tooth and nail to show who actually needs to advance in this.
but this round was crazy.
And you just, like, Griggs had some incredible moments for this game. Right? Blame F had some incredible moments. We say Dunk doing not up to his power, but still keeping Spirit alive in the fashion that we know he can do it, right? But no matter what, we still look at this series thinking, man, we want more out of Spirit. But then again, I think I saw a little, like, they woke up like throughout this series. Like, they woke up also in their body language, like their communication. They were like, they started to scream a little bit when they started winning rounds. It's like the pressure got.
It was 10-5 and they lost 13-10. Wow, that's crazy.
10-5 for Big second map, you know. So yeah, as you said, Peter, 3 rounds away from being eliminated, but
What's up in Pimp have the same thoughts?
Due to Shiro as well. We've been calling him out a little bit for having a slow start to the tournament. Again, small sample size. This time around, though, on Dust 2, he came alive when he was needed the most. And also, Peter, as you said, you could clearly see the body language, the player cams.
And it matters a lot.
It matters a lot, you know, because they are well aware that had they lost
Yeah, Don was still smiling, and that's dangerous.
From this tournament, but it would be straight up embarrassing for Team Spirit to lose in this fashion. So good on them for staying alive, and good on them for pushing it into Mirage.
But you know, that's the whole body language thing is actually something that I've been aware of when I'm looking at Spirit, because not too long ago, Junk was actually asked, like, why did you seem to have calmed down a little bit, and you're not like yelling at the same kind of, you know, moves and whenever you get like kills when you win rounds anymore. And he replied that he just, you know, yeah, well, he grew up a little bit, Nobi. It's not like the jitters of playing Tier 1 is not the same anymore. But I actually kind of miss that a little bit on the Spirit side. You know, it's not like they celebrate that much anymore when they win these type of rounds. So there's just a lot of things right now that in the Spirit camp seems to be a little bit flat, right? But they still get the job done, right? But it's just not in the conventional fashion that we want to be seeing.
No, it does leave a little bit to be desired a lot if you are, you know, looking at the scoreline of this matchup. You know, because about 6 months ago, this wouldn't have been the case.
No, it would have been the case. Like, this is on paper a mismatch. It's not a game that is supposed to be close by any stretch of the imagination, but that's again where we got to give credit to Big. I think on Cash they were the better team. They played well. On Dust 2 as well, I think there was a bit more of a mixed bag here. I think we may as well, and I'm going to take over the production here. Maybe throw them under the bus, but let's just run the Griggs highlights. You know, round 11, Griggs highlights. Peter, he played incredible, you know, incredible Counter-Strike and pulled off some crazy moves in this game. Round 11. And
no scope.
He's stuck in the
no scope.
I don't know what the hell Donk and Tenia are doing, but he gets away with 2 no-scopes, and then he does a jumping AK-1 bullet onto
Jump one tap.
Point of view as well. You know, fair enough for being aware of it. Switches to the AK-47, goes for the jump, and somehow, some way decides to clip bounce 1. I think most players would be jumping, spot for information, be like landing, and then swing out and try to go for the kill. For whatever reason, he believes he's going to hit that jump shot, you know, one out of 1,000 times.
And it's these situations where you then think that Big's got it, right? You know, like when they pull off stuff like this, when they can win 1v3s like this, surely this is what's going to carry them, you know, to the victory, right? You know, but in the end, it just, you know, just wasn't enough. And then we'd be thinking, oh, Griggs did all this for nothing, right? You know, sure, they do go into the third one, but his performance, you know, he's one of those upcoming talents that you also gotta be paying attention to. And I think his time over in Heroic, you know, was looked upon, you know, in I wouldn't say in a dirty way, but it just didn't really pan out the way that both teams wanted it. So, you know, it's good to see that he gets a little bit more attention coming into it.
Speaking of dirty, that was just a dirty clutch, you know. And it's kind of dirty also that Big doesn't really capitalize on it, you know, because that was round 11. They go on to win the final round in the first half as well, 7-5. They win pistol, they convert. They're up 10-5 at that point, right? If you ever had Spirit down in the dumpster, if you mentally could have cracked them, it would have been at this moment, right? But they managed to come back.
Yeah, they've managed to come back. I think we flip this conversation around, start talking about now that we've arrived at Mirage. We can kind of flow that right in here as to how we think this settles. I mean, it's not a best of one per se. Yes, we have even the score, though, in a best of 3 series.
Yeah, but the benefit usually goes to the team that won the second map.
Stand here and pretend that we know exactly what's going to happen, but I think Spirit have shown us so far in this tournament that it's unknown, you know, what version of Spirit that would show up. Donk has had a great tournament so far. The one map where he's not firing on all cylinders, that was on Dust 2 right here. That's the one they end up winning. So it's a bit of a weird one, to be completely honest. I'll zoom out and say it like this, though. I can't see a world where Spirit are not getting it over the finish line now. Now they got the W on Dust 2. They're pushing it into Mirage. As much as I've liked what I've seen from Big so far in this tournament, and as of recently leading...
Yeah, it does look like the case, right?
There should be a clear disparity in both skill, you know, Vista, team play for that matter as well. We're talking about a team that is built to win trophies. We're talking about a team that has Donk on it, and we're talking about Big, who... What is it? 3 months ago, before Cologne, you know, were irrelevant. Nobody were talking about them. They were just playing tournaments. Nobody were really watching at a high level. So it should be clear-cut as it is, but anything can happen with Spirit at the moment.
Anything can happen. That is indeed the case.
I'm certainly appalled. And I'm just kidding. I don't actually feel that way. What I do feel like doing is going to a break, gentlemen. Thank you so much. We do have Mirage to separate that, to find out if Spirit are going to stay alive here at EWC or if it's going to be Big Clan. We're only going to find out, though, when we return from this. You're watching EWC 26.
EWC 26. Okay, we're just going to wait to see how many minutes, and then we'll go back in time and we will watch some action from earlier today until we get back to map number 2. Map number 3, rather. Which technically makes it sort of best of 1. So it's 11 minutes. Let's go.
That's an execute and he goes overlooked. Okay, there's the double, but the way that unfolded...
Navi Mongols, we were busy watching it earlier today.
Mikaze's already holding util A.
Like, I've seen him like it before, but it's been consistent. I thought, you know, maybe it'd be a bit more chill. It's all right. We got 2 new boys, but I guess any timeouts. Lexi,
30 seconds with code.
It's going to be essentially tie the game.
Okay, let's watch the rest of this, and then we shall come back in 10 minutes. So that's what? 22:27 my time.
Let's see what he can get.
Which is the same time as their local. So they're playing late night games.
9-10 being boosted early. If he stays, it can free up essentially 4 players to focus more on middle and A, because he can always deal with short. Okay, Darkmaster, never mind, is going to creep close cat. So they're going to keep it with a standard setup. It's a lot of information, though. The fact that Orb's posted up that far, no one's harassing, you're not really worried about that B pressure. Sure, it can go from 0 to 100 from behind that, but right now, I feel like they're well informed. Techno starting towards A, so he's that unexpected loose piece alongside a Tikuak. Window smoke late from Alexi, and he's missed it.
Oh, when you know where Emma is, you just hit him with a grenade.
Into his pocket. Snort a little pockets.
Look at their health. They just got a crazy HE right between 3. Doesn't matter if Darkmeister and 9-10 can't.
Another HE kills them, but they've just got 2 flashes.
I feel like the round's going Na'Vi's way without any more resistance. Doesn't look like it's in their best interest to throw any more resources into this.
We're in the early stages, and the finances not yet built for the Mongols either. So at this point, hold on to the Orb and the M4.
1 HE could have made a difference there.
Just be called off.
That's exactly what Blade would have wanted to see.
Oof. I can't believe
he missed it.
Even giving this a look, right? They only got a 2,400 loss next round. 9-10 will be able to drop one. You ask the question now, does this force the hand of the Mongols to try something more aggressive? Right? Are they going to try and use 9-10's Orb? Does he get a good spawn for apartments, right? Jump up, take a look into Palace. Does he want to try and be harassing around middle, but that means they're going to need HEs to break these smokes, so he'll have to play ahead of them? Or do they take the save behind the 2 rifles carried over and then full buy into the next. Doesn't mean they're giving Na'Vi 11, but it's just going to be a whole lot harder with only 2 equipped. Right, they are going to shove, which means it's probably going to be a FAMAS or an MP9 in the mix, at least one. Okay, Techno with the MP9, TQAC with the FAMAS.
A 3 smoke start, and look at the pace. Look at this, just gunning it up mid. Just a head-to-head collision. Ooh,
And he lost.
For VAK. Awkward for Techno, has to try and play around the smoke, his favorite move.
Oh, swung quick enough. Well done.
Back up from Blitz as well, and oh, Imma, good reaction.
Unlucky.
There's Blitz.
Good defense.
Short side, Makaze claws it back. And 9-10, yeah, just put into a very uncomfortable position to go combat AWPing that FAMAS on TikuWag. Not a chance. Okay, there's some wonderful AWPing for you.
That was rapid. I like the gear shift there, right? When you've been doing
That was a rather quick round, I would say.
You've been harassing with the defaults. Now you actually follow through with it. Not quite ready. Unable to put up the resistance required.
Now we win full throttle.
Was ready for.
And it looks like the Mongols are going to force buy out the game.
All right. As is tradition.
It's...
Yeah, Angry Mongols.
To find yourself, but that's where we are.
They know how important that one was. You can see it in the celebration.
XB all happy and shit.
Wonderful, ready to punish if someone tries. Wonderful, ready to punish if someone tries to perforate the top of that smoke. It's going to be quite difficult to get a read on this. So you will just treat this as a buy round if you are Na'Vi, but a buy round where you want to dip your toe in the water first. This assertive play.
Yeah, of course. Throw some utility, see what they get.
Safe haven to forget about A. Worst case, he can always pounce in late from Palace. So hedging more towards middle and B for now as Imma continues with the mid util. Deep con smoke, they can start to slowly creep up short.
Soft angle from Darkmeister though. How good are your pre-aims, Alexi? Not good enough. Caught out by the FAMAS.
And no real trade attempt.
Someone boosted him. It was TikuWag, who is hoping to be overlooked here. Are they really considering ladder room? Yeah, Bit does. Nails the shot. Darkmeister next victim. Tags up Bit heavily. The molly's going to make his life miserable. They know he's trapped. Flames force him straight into the crosshairs of Makaze. There's two on the site. Techno gives him the headshot. That's exactly what you needed.
If they pull the plug, this would be great because look at Blitz. He can't really assist with this. He's going to have to go through the underpass. Now completely cut off.
Oh, and now it gets so uncomfortable.
3v3 though, they have to give it a go. Running out of chances, running out of
yeah,
rounds.
they have to give it a go.
So with no kit available, you have to do this the quick way.
The smoke and HE a flash and another smoke.
Wonderful holding for that murder hole rotation. I don't think 910's interested. Blitz might be.
This could be a kill.
Yeah, overlooking him. Immet dancing with death. 2 double peeking him, and he's managed to stand his ground. Techno next challenge. Blitz reveals himself, but it is only Blitz. No kit, no hope, no head. Na'Vi 1 round away from the playoffs here at EWC. A valiant attempt across 3 maps from Mongols, losing pace here in that last half.
I'm impressed they won a map.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
I've
me
also
too.
mainly been keeping my eyes on the output of Darkmeister and TikuAC, right? Decision making, their fragging output. That's kind of what we're putting under the spotlight. It was always going to be a tough task. So early on in the season, though, upsets like this can happen. So as mentioned, force buying out the game.
As they should.
Still have rifles for this one.
Yeah, we can count their nades on.
Top 7.
And look at Bit. No resistance. Alexi with an ambitious crouch commit. Contact,
8.5 points left.
Yeah, a bit of a jump scare for TikuWag. Still managed to get gun on, find a head. 4 on 4, 8 side lost or not. Ooh, 9-10. Okay, it's the Mongolian special. You think you've got enough. You think you got the kill. There's another 2 right where they were. Wonderful in Immet in the 2 on 3. Bombs going Palace.
Going with the Chinggis Khan rush.
See what the orb can find.
And investigating elsewhere now. Blitz starting to have to shoot over towards B.
Oh, if they find him, A site's theirs. And they will. A free frag onto Darkmeister.
And Imma has so much util. Smoke whatever you want, molly whatever you want, and get that bomb down. Very worried about more, but understandably, this is the Mongols after all.
There's always more. Will there be more rounds, though? Techno seems to think so.
Oh, good job.
Wonderful in that clutch. Oh, and info on them both now, but Blitz finds lethality just before he
Good
can round the corner,
job,
straight through the
y'all.
boards, into the skull. We see play.
We've got 2 minutes until the map starts again.
Both drop. So they'll likely still buy in this situation. Remember, Blade's expended all of his timeouts. That's not as bad as Snappy's.
It's not.
Not as bad as Snappy's, but these things happen. Okay, so they've been able to get out 4 AKs and a Tech 9 for Alexi. They lose this one, though. They are going to have to take the save, and we're back on.
Hard to put away other Mongols.
Missed it again. There's a couple of these.
Sneaky, sneaky. Very sneaky.
Especially when it's such a limited resource.
I am very sneaky. Navi doesn't have a lot of Utah left. Same can be said for Mongols, a little bit on everybody.
And Blitz's side too. This is strong.
Not ready for Palace. That's the first to fall. A second as well. Makazi chips in. It is all onto Tikuak. He's in so much trouble. Tech 9 whittles him away. He's gone. One back from Darkmeister, but the writing's on the wall. And so
Ooh, Alexi gets the kill.
That's Na'Vi to the playoffs. Mongols putting up a valiant fight.
Perfect timing. We've got 50 seconds. Oh, my timing for choosing where to watch matches and start matches has been good today. So, 40 seconds. See you guys soon. Time to get some refreshments.
Spirit are still here in Paris. Somehow,
Everybody's in their
someway,
seats.
10-5 down in the hole. They pull it back despite the life game from Grix. Big felt like they had this game in the palm of their hand, clutch after clutch, round after round, and one hell of a lead. All evaporates in front
Can
of
Big
our
finish the
very
upset,
eyes.
or Team Spirit make the comeback and get their expectation of winning?
This run started for Team Spirit with a shocking loss to GG How. And what was the map? It was Mirage. And now Mirage is the map that decides their fate, whether they go into the playoffs and we're able to stay alive and battle through. Sure, they look shaky, but they get there. Or they fall out in shocking fashion at the hands of Big with back-to-back upset Mirage losses.
Yeah. Really impossible to know at this point. Spirit have just been so up and down inside of this series, right? They've had 2 terrible first halves and 2 great second halves. Even though they lost out on cash, definitely showed a better game come their T-side. And really hard to know what we're going to get out of them come the tail end of this series. Playoffs on the line, elimination alternatively. And a Big, we're no strangers to this map either. The Spirit have definitely had more success on it. So it leaves you wondering, was that Big's best chance back on Dust?
Yeah, I think so. And ironically, we were just watching Mongols and Navi on Mirage as well. So this will be fun.
Just a set piece in this pistol, util in towards the A site. It's two players back here at CT for Big. Tabson finished off right away. Donk hoping to take some space here and rob CT. They overlook Grix, but
no one cleared it.
Get one shot at Donk, and if you
Donk is dunking.
Turns on a dime. Grix's pistol over.
Donk's just jumping corners, man. No one even checked him. Grix could have held that shot, but bit of panic there, and it's going to put Spirit with a pistol. Big just trying to break some Kevlar on the way out.
Would he die? No, safe. Around the corner.
Force buys have been minimal in this series, or comes to success at least.
We can increase the volume again, since all the stupid music's gone.
Converted.
Loud ass music.
Oh, that's sick. Quick tag for Favin on the front of Van, and then Grix finishes it off.
Tag him and snag him.
I feel like this half feels very important for Big. CT side is where they do their best work here.
In the pocket of Magic's.
See that at Cologne, obviously, in the famous.
Well, this is a good force that they have. Only have the one pistol, one SMG, two rifles, and a scan.
But it's a trend that's kept up and followed them.
And he's spotted, but the scout doesn't wallbang. Oh, that's unfortunate.
They have to do a lot of the legwork in this first half.
Is he going to pocket him?
This is getting weird. Magix gets caught, 2v4. We just said no force buy is a bit of problem. This might be where it starts.
Are they all going to go up short?
Really good push here into the market. Zontic's clearing it out entirely. Now they're going to know everyone's coming from short. Shiro's going to need to hit some shots.
In this case, you want to split up. Oh, good job.
It's left all on Shiro. Wraps around behind him. Shiro's quick. Defuse being held, but it's the low player defusing. The cover in from Grix.
Stripe.
Good job, good job, good job. Good commitment, good commitment. He's separated so you can't get transferred.
I mean, you mentioned the CT-sidedness of Big on this map, and the numbers back that up more than you would expect, right? In the last 3 months, they've only won 30% of their T-side rounds. Pales to the 54% of CT rounds. Of course, that NRG game, I'm sure, is doing some lifting in the stats, but they still have 8 games played and a lot of losses in there. However, won it both times in the open qualifier. So maybe something they've been working on. That is one way to start your third map. Force buy, put Spirit on their ass. Got a Khalil and a Scout.
Good flash play between Blame F and Grix.
I think the worry because of those stats is like, even if Big kind of smack this half, I'm never going to feel like they've won the game until they do. Especially after Dust. Ooh, Scout tag on the AWP. Man down, but they get into the window. Nice check for Donk.
Yeah,
there was one player JDC is really hoping doesn't come around that corner, it is Donk. Just deletes him in a millisecond.
Cat is the move here. Sontics can play late.
They've got the tick, so
Cheat over to B. 20 seconds with the resmoke.
Resmoking.
Gives up the aim of the game.
And the flash. Faven knows he needs to sit behind the wall.
There's the spot for Faven, still the Shiro Orb, able to get rid of him, and Donk just on a tear to start
And
Mirage.
that's a save.
Sontics not even needed on that flank. Just picks up the AK, gets out. Spirit winner off of the entries.
And I know Big just got here by winning a force by their own, but they have a very potent reminder of how important these rounds are. It was losing one of these that began their downfall on Dust 2 when they were up against the Pistols. Gave enough time for Spirit to get back online, and so this one ripped out from underneath them. Going tit for tat to start Mirage, and when you're really banking on a strong CT half, this is the last thing you wanted. Zontic's even able to remove an extra gun at the end.
Ooh, at least Greek survives with the orb. That's good for the old big team.
Map for Donk, right? 2K the pistol, 2K in this gun round, this forced round. You know, he went a bit missing last map. The numbers won't really say that because the last few rounds he had a couple multi-kills, but he found some ecos towards the end. He had one big B-hole with a 3K, but he wasn't his usual self, I think you could say, on Dust. And now he started very strong, so that is massively reassuring here to Team Spirit.
Yeah, he just felt average, but not average by his standards. Like, average is a, you know, player-wide, yeah.
Oh, this is a nice spot to be, but a missed shot for Griggs. They go charging.
At least they trade.
One more.
All right, Tabson, roll back the ears, but Don in the AWP. Oh, the flash for Tabson. Moment he gets vision back, it's all guns blazing, Burns alive, Zontic's coming.
Knees weak, arms are heavy, he's burning.
Here to back him up, but they don't know about Fab, but also you thought Zontic's with a wide swing made it look like he knew the whole damn time.
That's wild.
Couple of big rounds in this series, couple of very impressive rounds, and that is one more to the tally. But when you kill 4 players on the A site, you can expect a 5th. Still a great shot with the Tech 9. What that could have been if Brix hits his opening kill, though. And Spirit look like they just want to keep pummeling this A site in the anti-ecos. No stack is too much to deal with. Sontics. Oh, he's had a few taps, not even necessarily today, but in their previous games against Luminosity.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Farming with that SMG.
Magix should be dead, but no, checks his flank.
Oh, that's unlucky. Takes Donk down to what, 10, 11?
Delayed gratification.
And really, there is a lot of pressure on this rifle round. Yeah. Like, if you lose it, Spirit already have a great T-side. It might already be too far gone. Like, I don't want to sound the alarm bells too soon, but
GG on round 6.
It's just that there's a lot of pressure here because
a lot of riding on this round.
Suddenly you're in that really vulnerable position. You're waiting, you're going to bring the guns out, and you're just going to feel like the game is so quickly slipping away from you.
Especially on CT side Mirage, where, as you've highlighted, they need a good run.
These guys are not technically losing the round, but mentally losing the round.
So here we go. All the pressure on. Momentum for Team Spirit. Quite a flash. They get past that molly and under, but I think Grix is aware. He's going to choose to back up. Meanwhile, Magic sits on that short smoke, so could punish very quickly. Boosting near window side, Grix big kill.
But now Donk making his moves out through the connector. Getting sandwiched between short. Donk is still in the picture, and he's got a teammate wrapping this AWP, so as long as he stays alive, Tanir's going to open a back door. Gets his one.
You have to check Palace.
To play next. Donk dead down here in the connector. The bomb
Donk is dunked.
Okay. Zontix has drawn this one out of Magic's playbook. And with the game he's having, might be the guy to hand a clutch off to.
They can run really fast. Maybe Tapson hangs around, but Shearer's holding this. He's under the scope. Shearer just doesn't want to die, but Zontix also can't afford to. He doesn't know about that second player. He's 1v1 on this B side, looking the wrong way. As he backs up, gets a good position, but JDC has done.
Does he have any? He has nothing.
He knows he can't be far.
Running now and closing in. Got a beat on Zontix's position and just chases it.
Yeah, I think someone makes the call there. No kids. You know.
4-2. Well done.
Low health on Zontix. No fear for JDC. Big triple kill.
It's also good that he ran because there was no kit. So he had to force the kill because that was what, 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
It's an important round win, but the pressure never goes away for Big. They're still close to a reset. They could still have their money broken here with only 2 players.
Yeah, that's the thing about CTs,
round,
right?
so the threat is still very much alive.
If you continuously have close rounds, then you get broken even if you win. Because all your stuff is expensive. Ooh. Donkey sneaky, sneaky walkie. And fall back. To be safe, to be safe. Yes, for everybody watching, this is the last match for today. Tomorrow we have another couple of elimination matches. And then we are back on Wednesday for the playoffs. Wednesday to Sunday.
It's a pretty baller move from Tabson, right? Getting that kill and then just taking the space.
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, CST.
Right, even though he's low on health.
So when we start again.
He's not even using the bug. Respect. Oh my god, this guy doesn't need help.
He gets to Faven. See, this is a good map. If you can win with all 5 up, that is a fantastic win.
Krakow all those years ago. Shiro on the walk down through lower.
You know Shira's done one live, so you know it's got the AWP.
To save. But Tabson's been on the warpath this whole round.
Tabson's going on a walkabout. Must be Australian.
Don't know yet, but JDC can swing off Faven. Hello? Oh. Unlucky.
How did he miss that shot initially?
Back on the board. Looked a bit too easy there for Big.
Yeah, good time to cause a pause.
Pushes. Spirit not able to throw any nades.
Very important round, this one. Because you're thinking if Big can take it, then Spirit is on the downfall because they've then lost 3 or 4 in a row. So their mental might take a dip again. Because they were thinking, like, what do we have to do to win this match? If Big loses it, they were like, ah, it's inevitable. So,
Magix tries to offer a take.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
We got a little pop, do we? Something in the pocket.
What can the donk do with the dig? Oh, he gets in the pocket. No. He fell back quick enough. Well done. Why do you have the music again, boys? Can somebody tell production to stop the music?
Let's see what he's come up with. But a timeout to try and outline a call in this round. 3 strong, 4 big. And Greek's AWP gonna start things off. Tabson here alongside him.
Oh,
Whatever the idea
oh.
was, it's not panned out for Team Spirit.
Yeah, the mid-util they threw didn't really change the setup at all. They kept 3 players on A. They have
That's 0 ticks of damage so far.
Orb and Stairs player. So whatever Spirit did was not enough to put any doubt on Big. Especially on a low economy round like that, Big not really expecting a mid-take. So easy shutdown.
5 alive round does give you a lot of comfort here on this CT side.
Yeah, can recover from this back and forth beginning.
Zero points of damage. That's good. Especially with the Tech 9s and stuff they had.
Absolutely no questioning how much Tabson wants this win. Guy has been in fantastic form all day. I know Grix became the real guy in the limelight, the one under the spotlight after the Dust 2 clutches, but Tabson has just been a consistent force to be reckoned with throughout the entire series. He's also had a number of key clutches, even thinking back to Cash all those hours ago.
They missed that top mid smoke? No, it looks fine. Nade's ready for blame. He loves spamming nades under.
And there's 2 currently going on there. But will his timing be well?
Mid conceded. Big don't really have eyes on.
Okay.
Holding for a
In the pocket.
There's the nades. And they're pretty damn good. He's got one more.
He's so good with the
2
HEs.
seconds and baited right in. 14 health on Tania. Worth.
Oh. Thought it looked a little shallow there from Donk. That smoke bounces right out the window.
That's unfortunate.
Tania's hard pressed to play here. He kind of has to bait in this position. He's so low. Spirit need the entry on B, and Grix is locked in on the line.
It is only him here, though, which could give you a bit of concern.
Especially with Zontix now taking Apartment's control. He's going to flash short, get them around this corner. Will that give it away to Grix?
Here's the pop.
Good shot.
One. Shiro Zorp next up.
Good shot, Blame. Oh, what a flick.
Down over towards his B side. Shiro feels like he's got to get a move on. Little hop, skip, and a jump to get him up through the short side, but there's no getting past this entrenched AWP. Grix
I don't know where he is.
The one-man hold. All it takes to stop Team Spirit in their tracks.
I love that he locked in their backside. He gets 2 kills. He knows the bomb's loose, and he knows the AWP is short. He just doesn't re-peek. He doesn't give Shiro anything. Shiro needs that.
Big is looking good, but it's a case of can they get to the line and can they get it over the line? That's the other question, because it's 5-4 now.
Short flash, which makes perfect sense.
Snoise and Toit.
Catch a player on the corner bricks there, but Grix immediately reacts to that. Had a great game. Spirit trying up the ante, but that molly gets in the way. Zontix hands over his saved AK to Donk. Trying to play with the spawn, but now it's Donk's turn to wield.
The 2 long guns peeking each other, but not peeking far enough. Not peeking wide enough.
Just been milling around the back of the map. The last couple of rounds here, they've only found 1 kill in the last 3 rounds.
So that means, yeah, if you look at all the money,
With this feeling that Big in their heads, man.
the money a
the fact that
flash.
Grix has been able to hold down this B bomb site solo last time they went there. And then every other time they try going A, it feels like they're running into 4 players. And that's because they are. Like, Big have just been running this back time and time again. They've got faith in Grix.
Well, why change if it works?
Army to be the action man over towards B.
Big Blame just blocked, or Blame or JDC's blocked Con at 40 seconds. This is really nice. That's a crazy push, though. It's going to beckon them in.
Flame F at least gets his, denies that window scaling, stops Tania from spilling over as well. And now it's just eyeballs on the ramp side as they hear Spirit moving in.
Good shot,
Right
Tapson.
away. Donk never even gets to shoot that AK, and Shiro, yeah, saving again, bud. Extracts one out of the round, makes it a double. 8 seconds though, and there is no winning this.
Yeah, he needs to run away.
Yeah, it's a good catch, Harry. I love what Big are doing. Solo AWP B and just stacking this A site.
And they're putting him back at the site, so he's safe. He can hold. He can defend. Good time for timeout from Spirit. Slightly on the back foot there. They're landing a couple of kills, but they're just not getting enough kills.
The smoke made it very awkward for the second player.
Yeah, I think it's the whole reason you see him do it, right? You're dead on. The map's a little bit quiet, you're a little bit nervous, you want the info, and you think, well, at worst case...
Pull by both sides.
They're going into the stack with 20 seconds left. Like,
That seems to be a double orb.
really well for Big. And you're
Is that a double orb I see?
Starved of these chances for openers from the lack of mid presence.
And in a weird way, it does feel like the best solution is just like a full B pop with one player middle, feigning control, good flashes, and Grix might be in trouble, but it's still such a risk to base your whole round on just 5 players at apartments.
Yeah, it's also just like not a super known quantity, you know, like you saw Grix there in that one round. They are going to look for this B hit though.
Oh, that's a short rush.
The solo hold, still it gets reduced to that with JDC dead right away. Faven on a
That should have landed.
Getting overwhelmed with
Well
some
done.
shots. And so 2 players there. B site falls easy as ever.
You got money, you shouldn't save. You should go for damage at least, at the worst case.
Yeah, that's true. You should go for damage.
What happens, so... Oh, that's not...
Yeah.
Okay, you know
It's one down.
There is 0 reason to save here. Big have got to do something on the way out. Stop these guns from getting out. Try and give themselves any advantage. Frags here, but yeah, I bet you wish Grix was on that B side that round. Fab and that did not look pretty. And Donk destroyed JDC on short.
That's ironic, right? The one moment that Grix didn't go there,
And honestly, that's just a great pace set by Team Spirit.
they actually decide to rush it.
Change the pace of how all these rounds have been. They've all kind of had these slow burning starts. That one is an instant short take, instant B hit. Feels like Big were trying to play some mind games, starting a second player, one of them also being Faven on a secondary AWP, so you hear the AWP firing. Everything looks like the same round from Big. Problem is Spirit played a completely different one and ruined it all. So rough one, bitter pill for Big to swallow. A chance at a runaway half denied, but they could still win it out. That's now the goal. Deny Spirit tying this game up.
Risky repeat. Shiro's holding con though. And Magix is waiting for this. Cheeky Magix, but he can't hit the shot.
What?
Ridiculous kill from JDC. Oh, that hurts. Because you've lost all this
That was
control.
dirty.
JDC can just play to evade on this next spot. Oh, he missed the timing. Smoke is good. Donk might just run though, as he often does. Damage done. Donk's out of there.
So the rest of the team are ready to come through behind him, right? You'd kind of bet your bottom dollar that Donk would provide that opening. When it gets denied, Spirit have to go back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, they've got nothing. I mean, they've just given Donk the orb.
It's not as much of a, crutch as it might sound like. Donk's showing to have some open prowess in him.
He's lost a lot of entry power. Unless he can find a dry fight in spawn, Tabson is jump spotting.
Ooh, it's a missed util at the stairs. That's going to enable a peek from Grix, and you immediately get punished for it.
Double tap. Good kills.
Waiting, hoping that someone steps into the crosshair of this AWP.
10 seconds, boys. This round's over. Doesn't matter what Donk does. Big on to 7 rounds. It's a massacre at ramp. Shut down off of that lower push from JDC.
Good job.
It has consequences. Lock Spirit back in spawn. They win that one fast short take.
Excuse me.
It's a massive streak of rounds for Big. 4-1 up. half end 7-5 down.
Yeah, you know, sure, there was the weirdness with the force buys back and forth at the start, but outside of that, it's one rifle round and a half for Spirit.
Yeah, and Big has been dominating, but it's a case of can they finish it out?
Still, we touched upon how for Big, their struggles come in this second half.
Yeah.
It's their T-sides that have let them down at times on Mirage.
I'm definitely not full worried for Spirit. I think the way some of these rounds went is annoying. They go into a lot of stacks. Bricks did a great job on B. And Big thrived in chaos, but yeah, their T-side
fuck, man.
So Spirit still have
Yeah, let's see how the pistol goes. I'm thinking if Big gets the pistol, then that is their best chance of winning this map.
Tania can kind of do what he did on Dust 2, have a rough start and then turn it all around and be the hero.
He saw them, he's got the dualies.
Defining piece of that Dust 2 win. Bomb's back in spawn, but it's by design. There's a little cache util here as well.
For a late round exec.
Early on, just waiting to see if Spirit get aggressive anywhere, make some noise out towards the apartments. Crazy lineup for Faven, but it worked.
Didn't feel reassuring. Up short they go, but the bomb is in Palace. This is all over the shop.
Trying to hit him with a bit of a fake, and that opening kill for JDC will go a long way.
Shiro still on balcony.
How long does he stay here?
He's not moving either.
They're keeping two in reserve at this A bomb site. And you might be tunnel vision now that you've learned about Tania. You overlook Shiro in that position. These dual Berettas go to work.
Tap, 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 tap.
They're coming around. Spam connects. Denied. Don gets him off the bomb. Blame F 1v2. And nothing feels safe here. Gets a jiggle, but they're closing in on him. He's going to win this one now with the fights. Blame F. Shut down.
Not today.
Spirit. They'll go on to win that pistol round after all.
I mean, gotta give it to Spirit to not rotate in that position. They have every reason to. There's two smokes used. There's an entry up cat. Damage done on B-side player.
And with them moving forward after that dink.
I mean, there's every reason to rotate there, except they haven't seen the bomb. So Shiro holding on, gets his double kill. And they don't let Blame clutch up, just running him down in a 2v1. An oppressive, confident showing from Team Spirit. No bomb plot, no buy. Spirit are well and truly in a recoverable position. Didn't see it coming on Dust 2, but the writing is on the wall here on Mirage.
At least they got the one kill. And that's all they'll get. The rest of the map is shut down.
We had a very convoluted pistol round.
Let's guess of can one of them
kind of tone they set on this T-side rifle round.
pull out another crazy round like they did in the previous one.
You know, with a lot of twists and turns and moving parts, a lot that has to go right, or do they try and strip it back a little? Util deployed early out towards mid, top mid smoke and window. Blame F left with two smokes. Gets these in out towards mid and con. Trying to feign a mid take, a short wrap, hoping that that creates some room. It does not. Donk and Shiro, quick work made over these first players sent in.
Blame is getting a bunch of kills. He's having a good map this round.
Ground here, the flash knocks Shiro off the line, but he's got the spot, seen the bomb, and now the rotate start for Team Spirit.
Donk
Okay,
burns
back
down
up
as
though, Big.
well.
Gotta worry about that spawn. Forever a present threat. That's a snipe
What?
shot from Zontix on the cross, and they go hunting. Bomb drop loose on site. Zontix just blocking, but they're pushing in slow and steady. JDC hunts
Good
that
job,
kill. 20
JDC.
seconds and Spirit again. Look like they just want to charge out from CT spawn. With that name, Magic's might. Shiro has his back. 15 seconds for JDC in a 1v2. Every time he holds, there's a second wasted. He needs these kills now. 8 seconds. JDC tries to plant, but Magic's will offer up his life, and it is.
That's the thing, right? If you don't plant quick enough, you have the pressure on your head.
Today.
Spirit's putting it back.
And Big getting bullied now on this T side, as feared. Fake did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you know, they had a lot of faith that that util was going to prompt a reaction in the 5v5. To walk 2 players out Palace and no one's even thinking about CT feels crazy. Yeah, you're always going to believe in your call, but you believe in it that much that Spirit had just up and left A?
Full pop on 8, and here's alone. Shiro's here with the AWP now, and he can cover just fine. He's not missing a beat.
Still,
here.
this is a pack rolly type of round, right? Not leaving his
Rush, that's a miss.
doors open here. Nowhere near as convoluted, so they will.
Are they
get
going
good
through to
space, but
CT?
it's always been the issue with
No.
getting this damn bomb planted for Big, and again, Spirit able to just put the hurt on before that bomb goes down.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Blame F not long for this world, as once more Spirit come hounding him down through CT.
Yeah, CT is the problem, isn't it? Big can't seem to get control of it, and Spirit just keep punishing for that position. Shiro's just sitting there with a sniper, picking them off, even though he gets overwhelmed there. And Big get a advantage situation with 2 guns. Spirit just throwing more bodies at the problem.
And it feels like the rotations are so quick.
All right, Big, got to dig deep because this game is just disappearing. 4 rounds in a row. The final remaining squad from the open qualifier. Fighting valiantly for playoffs. But more and more, it's feeling like their opportunity was back on dust.
Yeah, well, it was there. They were 10-5 ahead.
Big don't know it, but finally there's no one in CT.
What?
Zontix is hoping to change that. The rest
Stand
of Spirit
corrected.
went in for a mid-take at the start of this round, and so Big moving into a quieter A site than usual. Donk over the stairs, and it was only quiet for a moment. Then you hear that AK getting charged up, and the round is ripped away.
Donk goes donkin'.
Usual serving of Donk here on this CT side. He's had some great rounds. It's so pretty.
That's a good time to call a timeout, yeah.
POV, a Big first timer in the game coming down, maybe too late.
I mean, look, all throughout this series, we've been crediting them with kind of great ideas, great util and synergy and playing around it, but on these T sides, on this T side of Mirage, we haven't really seen that. You know, when they've tried to come at A in the past, their stairs smoke leaving a gap so that Donk was able to peek over and get guys going towards CT. Plays that are very convoluted and rely on so much going right. And in this round, it was kind of a distinct lack of utility as to why that's so easy for Team Spirit. Very much does just feel like the half that is the least big in its DNA is this T-side of Mirage for this squad.
Yeah, they do seem to be struggling a bit.
So now they've largely left util in the past. It's one belt for Tabson in this partial. He's throwing in a fake out towards the A bomb site. But Spirit have not bought this for a second. Tania staying in connector, does try and force a fight. He's got Zontix close by to help him out. Ooh.
That's a couple of dings.
You needed Grix to get that dig in mid.
Another dink.
Overwhelmed and taps him with a follow-up. Magic's now arriving, just too late to stop that bomb.
Not too late to win the round, though. Naked go default could be problematic. Two players stacked together. Big get blown to pieces. And the bomb goes down, confirming position. Magic's waits. Easy job. Locks it in.
What?
In a round that felt like the Faven 1v2 from Cologne, it's Magic's in the same position to put Big back on their arse.
And he's celebrating at the end of it. Magic's with a 1v2 to keep this beating coming in against Big.
Bomb defused. Yeah, it seems like Spirit's going to walk over the line.
To the one rifle round T-half, you know, it's a whole different story.
And, you know, like, you can hit every nade you want, you can throw any fake, any execute, but they are getting outgunned in every position.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Or just getting multi-killed by Shiro and Donk.
It just kind of feels like there's something about their T-sides on this map that are just a little fundamentally broken or awkward. Because it doesn't even feel like you watch the same team at this point. And sure, you know, we were talking about it earlier.
Ooh, that was a good timing. But would he see him go past?
But whenever you look at them playing versus teams that have competed against the top level, these T-sides drop off a cliff for Big. Hell, that was even the foundation of their legendary game from Cologne, was the fact that they got 0 T-half and then came back.
You can't be that reliant on one half. But it's feeling all too familiar here for Big. They go cold in middle.
Pressure's on. There's so much utility left. It's like, why don't you start using it? There we go.
But they're also not a threat. Again, more misutil on A. Donk is going to get smoked behind him. He's still able to fight Con. Grix look for that pick.
How do you...
Plucks JDC out of the round.
Grix.
Ooh. And in comes Magic's like a freight train through that molly on short, just charging at them.
That's the
Donk
bomb.
gets you back turned, and that's the bomb drop down here in the connector. Donk finishes with
Donk
a
is donking.
sequence. Team
No, that seems to be the end, boys and girls.
Playoff point.
Yeah, it's one of those halves that just reminds you how good Donk really is. He makes it look so easy on stairs. Perfect crosshair placement every time. Every adjustment in your face. Donk another 4K off the top of the stairs to seal Big's fate here. Dust 2 was a roller coaster.
It was their best opportunity to win it, unfortunately.
Spirit look for a flawless half to get into the playoffs.
Makes you think of Fnatic in the last chance qualifier, where they were up 5 players to 3 players on match point to qualify for this group stages of the EWC, and then they whiffed it badly and went on to lose that map and the next map. So you feel like this is basically what's happening here. I threw away a 10-5 lead on Dust, and now they are most likely going home.
3 on the ramp. Donk back in the jungle in position.
In the pocket.
Big announces very clearly with lots of util flying into this site.
And they've got no util left. Like, literally 0.
But in comes the spam from Donk. As this Team Spirit recovery laid out right in front of them. Right at the 11th hour, it looked like disaster was striking for Team Spirit. They're keeping themselves in this long enough, and now it's down to this 2v2. It's Donk and Magic's side by side.
Donk is in a good spot.
And a bomb that's not even planted. Donk in a very forward position. Big have got to contest with getting that bomb down before they can even think about this.
Oh.
As they go out into the open, they go into Donk's crosshair. He wants this victory. He wants those playoffs. He wants to dodge the embarrassment. Does it in style. That's
Donkey with a dink.
Been waiting for across all EWC. And a big moment.
That's relief.
At the end of this one. Because Spirit were pushed to their limits across this series. They played two teams from those open qualifiers, and it was nearly those two teams that gave them the drubbing, but able to turn it around. Playoffs secured, job done. Big, it's back to the drawing board.
Yeah, series of
Unlucky Big.
halves for Spirit, right? Really slow starts,
Good job.
very strong finishes.
Well, that's the end of the stream, everybody. That's the end of today's Go stream. That's the last match that just finished. We will be watching again tomorrow throughout the day. 1 o'clock is the starting time. Thanks for everybody who watched. If you want, of course, subscribe to the channel. And then you can get a notification when I go live tomorrow. As well as in the week later on, Wednesday to Sunday, where we will be doing the playoffs. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And bye-bye now.